Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome on in. Hope you all are having a good Saturday so far. Um, as you can see, we are playing The Sims today, which isn't really a surprise on this channel. Um, Before we just continue, I'll give a quick recap in case folks have missed the past couple streams or whatever. This house here we actually built on stream 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, somewhere in there. We built it from a real life floor plan, actually for a friend of mine, and we didn't furnish it or anything. We just did like the shell as well as like the painting and the exterior, and the windows and whatnot. So we are using this today for an every room is a different blank challenge in The Sims. We have started the past week-ish, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure, with an every room is a different Sims 4 collection. And what that means for us, for the purposes of this challenge, is we are just taking inspiration from that collection. We have a wheel that I'll show you in a minute here with a bunch of the Sims 4 collections on it, like in-game collections. And we spin it and we get one randomly and we use that as inspiration. So for this one, oh, I didn't have a mailbox. For this one, we got buried treasure. So we do have a couple of the buried treasure items from Island Living, which is also all of this here. I'm getting all of the collections from the gallery. So we have a few of them here, but the buried treasure, I'm like pretty sure. Hello, hello, how are you? I'm like pretty sure that you get them either in the water or the beach. So we went for like a beachy vibe. We ended up getting the underwater photo collection from also Island Living for the kitchen. So obviously these are the underwater photos. So we went for basically the exact same vibe. Then we got the colored marble collection from For Rent for the living room. So we tried to keep it like fairly consistent, like aesthetic wise, which I mean it changes a little bit, but we went for a little bit more playful, a little bit more colorful. We have the colored marbles here. And we found these paintings, I guess, from the gallery. Someone posted them, so went for that. Went for the all like round decor, and then oh, this is supposed to be. We never ended up adding side tables, so that lamp is supposed to be a reminder to add side tables. But and then we are working on this bedroom. It turned into sort of a teen bedroom. And for this, we spun the sugar skulls from base game. So we've actually kind of have them all over the room. Some of them don't really match our like aesthetic, so we might not keep all of them in. But we did add a sort of like little nod to each of them, either by color, pattern, like shape of decor, whatnot. So I think this is actually really coming along. I don't know how much it screams Sugar Skull, but I think because some of them, like this one here, and some over here as well, are like kind of a pastel-y cutesy color, I think it's okay that we kind of leaned into that a little bit. We are almost done with this room, but for all the bedrooms, because this was a real-life floor plan, they each have a closet and a bathroom, and we're just going to keep that all in the same sort of like collection, just to kind of keep things simple, because at the very end, just like I did now, I'm going to do like a little bit tour, but like when it's all done. And honestly, I feel like I'm gonna forget what each tiny individual room is inspired by, so that's mostly for me and my crappy memory. But I think we should just keep going in this bedroom. It is almost done. We probably need some more decor, maybe a little bit of mess if we're going for a teen bedroom. I think first things first, we should tackle the wallpaper. 'Cause I don't think it's going to be that easy. My first thought actually is life and death. Simply because I know there are some skull-ish wallpapers, like this one here. There's like little skull accent. We could potentially get away with this. I think the only one that would work for our color scheme would be the white, but I actually don't hate it. And I can't think of any other wallpaper that at least I have in my game that has skulls on it. So maybe it's not as difficult as I thought. Maybe we're gonna go for it. This doesn't really so much give Sugar Skull as just Skull, but I think that's okay for the Sims 4 purposes. Um, okay, cool. I don't mind that. We did talk about potentially using a darker wallpaper, sort of bring in some of these here, which I guess we can take a look at, see if we like. Oh, that's not bad, actually. It's very different compared to what else we have in the room. But I don't think I hate it. And like I said, we were trying to bring in like a color detail or a pattern detail or something for each of the skulls. Like this one here had a sort of like scalloped detail, so we used the scallop Lovestruck rug. This one here had a sort of peacock almost pattern. We used the peacock. This had a blue and white pattern, so we used the peacock but in blue and white, like that sort of thing. And we did talk about using a dark pattern for this skull here, or dark wallpaper, sorry. I actually kind of like that. I didn't think I would, but I think it makes all of the light things that we have sort of pop. And from the looks of it, at least the sugar skulls we have in game, a lot of them do use sort of contrasting colors, like the yellow and the black are very contrasting, like the dark blue and the white, things like that. So maybe we try this. Pardon me, my throat, I need to clear it like 100 times every single time I stream on Saturday, and I don't know why, so I do apologize. It's just like a thing, apparently, so. And I swear I've been awake for literal hours, but I don't think it matters, apparently. Anyways, yeah, okay, cool. We do need some more decor, though. I do want to use this shelf, but I don't know that I want to use it for the skulls. But maybe it can go over here, and we can get like some paint supplies or something in there. We do have an easel. I don't know if we want any more skulls around, so maybe we bring them over here. Oh, they're all floating. Okay, they can just go float over here. That's fine. Because I don't think we need every single one. That is not part of the challenge. But yeah, we can add some like art supplies or something in there, just to kind of make it a little bit more cohesive. But this also does have a little skull on it, so it's kind of perfect. I don't think we need life and death anymore. Let's go to decorations. We'll go to, actually, you know what? Let's go to activities and skills first. See if there's any activities we can add. Yeah, like we can add like the friendship. Oh, never mind. It might only be sugar skulls that slot to this. Oh, well, that will be super frustrating if that's the case. Oh, it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's go get a little shelf. And we will do, oh gosh, sorry. We will do our little trick here. I say our little trick, I don't actually mean it's ours. Most Sims builders will probably do something like this, but what was I doing? Oh, activities and skills. Yeah, we want this. I think this is just cute. And I think this is something a teenager would have. Clearly they're artsy, so even if it's not used for friendship bracelet... Oh, I'm gonna have to move this too. Even if it isn't used for friendship bracelet stuff, I think an artsy teen would probably have something like that. It is clipping though. How about that? Yeah, that's fine. We do have a camera in the kitchen, which is a weird thing to have in the kitchen. But because we got the underwater photos for the like the collection that we're doing, so maybe we add a camera in here, and maybe this sim took the photos. This is too close. I think that would be cute, and their parents are just like super supportive of their arts. I don't think there are any other small. I mean, there's the clay, but I don't feel like adding that. Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. And then, yeah, the rest can be clutter. I did just add, like, the sketch pad. That's another way your Sims can do, art, like painting and whatnot. Let's add, while I'm here, let's add the boba cup, because that's such a cute item. As well as this little guy. I am just looking for art clutter, but we will get there when we get there, I guess. I think the sim would like makeup. That kind of makes sense. With like the sugar skull sort of thing. But maybe we also add that. Okay, well, we're running out of room on the desk, but that's fine. What I'm here for is art supplies. And I could just filter by the artist studio kit, but I don't really feel like it. Oh, maybe they like headphones. I feel like that's a thing a lot of Sims would like, or just people in general. Maybe they have headphones up here. Cute. We might change the swatches of stuff here, but just getting some stuff out. What else? Oh, I did mention getting some garbage. Maybe we'll throw that there for now. Also, we are not on a budget. I just have a couple Sims living on this lot, so if we need to like change lighting or anything, it's a little bit easier to. Will this fit anywhere in here? If I size it down, probably on top. Let's see. That's a little bit too short, or too low, actually. Let's see if we can throw this bad boy here. I mean, it's clipping a little bit, but I'm sure there's an angle in which we can get it to not clip. Or maybe there isn't. I just think this is such a good touch. Okay. That one paintbrush is clipping, but I think I'm okay with that. Maybe we can get some oh, those are pretty big, never mind. Maybe we can get I don't think this will fit on the shelf because it actually is fairly narrow. Oh, maybe we can get this, and this is like their extra like pens and whatnot. It'll probably have to be sized down, but that's fine. We'll bring that here. Oh, I accidentally hit cancel. Let's try that again. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. And then maybe we can get a little plant. I think we want something maybe colorful. If we can. Oh, we could get this one. I think this is cute. It's probably clipping a little bit, so let's see if we can scoot it a smidge. Yeah, that's probably fine. Cute. I like the little face on it. Like, it doesn't give sugar skull, but like it gives face, which is what skulls are. And maybe we just get some books up there. Just like the little 2-stack from base game, which is somewhere. I may have already oh no, here it is. I think we'll get the blue and the yellow, just to sort of like switch it up a bit, because there are a bunch of different colors on the sugar skulls, so I think that makes sense. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit too even, like with the 2 on each shelf, but I think it's fine. Okay, cute. Oh, let's put this table back. Okay, a cute little art corner. Maybe we can get something on this wall. I don't know if any of the posters have skulls on them. I think some from, pardon me, werewolves might actually. My goodness, I am so sorry. Where are the werewolves posters? Here they are. No, not these ones. I thought there was a skull one somewhere. But maybe it's not what I'm thinking it is. Oh, maybe there's a tarot card. That's a skull. Let's just put this up here. These are from Life and Death. I'm sure there is a skull one. There's Bonehilda, which might work. Some of these are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're all gorgeous, but some are just like crazy, crazy beautiful. Okay, maybe I'm torn between the Grim Reaper because sugar skulls are from like the Day of the Dead, or I guess used on the Day of the Dead, I guess maybe is the better verb. But Bonehilda is a skeleton. And just like an iconic queen. But I think this maybe works better with our color scheme. But I think we should probably size it down. And I mean, I guess we could use both. You know? Like we could put the other one over here, even. Or like on this wall, sized down again or something. Actually, I think that fits fine. Because then we could use Bonehilda over here. Actually, you know what? Maybe we swap them. To bring the blue from those little tassellate curtain things over here and the pink over here. I think that makes sense. We could probably use something here, but this, oh, I have a shelf here apparently. This door is like fully tucked into this wall, so I don't really want anything that would prevent a sim from walking there. So maybe it is just another poster of some kind. What if I just type in skull? Oh, there's like, oh yes, the sugar skull freezer boning. I think we mentioned that last time. Maybe this can go right here. I think that is perfect. And I think this should still be functional like this. So I think we just put like a smidge, oh gosh, a smidge of mess. If not, this is just a teen, so there shouldn't have to be anyone else in this bed. But I think that's cute. But we have the freezer brony. We have the skull-shaped gemstone from, what is that? Crystal Creations. We could probably throw this somewhere as well. It obviously isn't a sugar skull, but it kind of adds to the vibe. And apparently this is called, oh, Familiar Orb of the Skull. Alright. I was hoping there'd be like a poster or something, but apparently not. Because I am like fairly certain there is one with a skull. So let's just take another gander. Or we could potentially use these somewhere if we have room. These are like figure paintings, but that's kind of related to the skeleton. Like not really, it's a stretch, but let's just quickly take another gander at the posters here. What about these ones? I don't think so. No. Okay. What about like the high school years collection? I don't think the Parenthood one would have it. There's like a high school years gallery wall. I may have passed it already. Because I could have sworn there was another one that had a skull, or like a poster that had a skull on it, but I could just be imagining things. Yeah, I must have passed the high school years. Like, it's like a collection of posters. I don't think any of these will have them. Don't think this from high school or Werewolves has anything like it. No. Yeah, I don't know where it would be. Maybe I am just imagining it. Oh yes, we should probably do this too. We need bb.ignore gameplay unlocks and title mid. Did I spell that right? Ignore gameplay unlocks. Okay, perfect. This just makes everything locked to unlocked. Like from, you know, career unlocks and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Okay, cool. Let's just kind of quickly scroll up. I want to find that high school years collage gallery wall sort of thing. But I don't think it's going to have anything on it. I just want to check. Is it this? No, it's not this. But there actually might be something in this collection. No, no. kind of, but not the vibe. No, unfortunately not. Not the collection I was thinking of, though. I am thinking, let's just search by high school years. What are we doing here? High school years. Ah, here it is. Okay. All of this, and there's not going to be a skull in here, but... Yeah, no. Alright, okay, well that's fine. Maybe we put actually a mirror here, like a standing mirror. It should be fine. Not a standing mirror, sorry, a wall mirror. We could do like, I don't know, a white or something even. Oh, that's very tall. Not what I want. Maybe we do, I guess we have a mirror there. But maybe we do this one? And I don't think your Sims would be able to get by that. Oh gosh. What about this one? Yeah, that's fine. Your Sims should still be able to walk in the door. Maybe we make it like, oh, very boring colors. Okay, we'll make it white. That's fine. At least that's functional and like a use of the space. Have a little bit of a mess here, which I think is good. Could probably use something here, but I don't really know what. This room feels pretty good, honestly. I think I'm gonna get rid of, no I'm not. I was gonna get rid of one of the lights, but then it is very dark. So we're actually gonna use these, and then we're gonna get like a ceiling light. I don't think we're gonna find one that gives skull, but I think we can just find one that matches the energy maybe, or the colors or something. That would probably be good. Like I'm thinking, I actually don't know what I'm thinking. We could maybe do this one, because the patterning sort of looks like some of the patterning you might find on a sugar skull. Maybe that's sort of the vibe that we go for. And I think we can kind of, maybe we'll put it right over the bed. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. And if we do find anything else, we can always add it. But let's quickly do their closet. I think we'll just use the same wallpaper. That makes sense to me. Alternatively, we make this smaller. Oh no, but I actually kind of liked how the desk was against it. Anyways, I was going to say we actually use a real closet. Though I think there actually is one that's 4 tiles, because that is actually functional. Yeah, we could just use this. That kind of feels like a bit of a cop-out. But I like the idea of it. We will have to move this though. Maybe I can just like squeeze right on in there. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a bit strange to have door, but whatever. I think we'll actually get rid of this light too. Cool. Easy peasy. Does not really match the aesthetic, but that's okay. We don't need, if we have a dresser in the bedroom, we don't actually need a closet at all. So I am okay with it. This is her, I guess I probably shouldn't say her, this is their bedroom. I just imagine this would probably be, just based on the colors and like my experience, would probably be a female sim, but I probably shouldn't make that assumption. This would be their bathroom. So let's change all this wallpaper. And by wallpaper I mean tile. But to what? I'm not really sure, actually. Maybe we do keep with the dark. We could do like a yellowish floor tile and keep the dark, and then that kind of brings in the coloring of this guy, and then we could bring in a little bit of orange. I mean, we have the heart-shaped chair because of the heart on their head, but maybe that's kind of what we do, possibly. Let's just see what sort of yellow tile we have. I think we have some cute stuff. Yellow. Did I hit that? I didn't. Yellow. Oh, we could do something fun like this. That kind of gives like a pattern you might find on a sugar skull. Or potentially just this one. But I think I like this. And let's get a dark wallpaper. I think maybe just black. Let's see what we have for tile. How is this black? I don't understand. We could do this. It's very, very dark. We also do like a split one, which I actually quite like that. I think that's really nice. We'll go with that. And then I'm thinking to kind of bring in more of the gold one. We could try to see if we could possibly get like the hardware accents to be gold, possibly. But what else do we want to add in here? Obviously we need some plumbing, so let's do that first. We do have this here, this toilet, but I don't think any of these are really saying sugar skull, so I might just get like a plain old toilet. Maybe we'll just get like an all white one. And maybe the toilet is here, sink here, shower here. That might be like super weird. We could do toilet in the corner, sink, shower, if that is functional. What sort of a sink says sugar skulls? I think one with just like a pattern, but like a nice pattern. I don't think this is gonna really read sugar skull. No, that's not even patterned. I thought that was. What am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of for rent. Yeah, okay. Some of these sort of, like the flower design, sort of say to me, like the flowers around some of the eyes of the sugar skulls. So maybe we throw this in here. I don't mind the blue. I think we'll scoot it all over a bit. That all should be functional. And then we get, no. Okay, this is bad. I think we're all just gonna have it all on this wall. So I can go there, sink here, shower there. I just don't want the shower on this wall because of the window here. Maybe we use another for rent shower. Oh, but this one's weird. Oh my goodness. Okay. We could alternatively have like a standing shower. We wanted gold. I literally just said that, didn't I? Does this come with a gold accent? That one's gold. That's gold. I don't love the dark brown. Oh, that's gold. I don't love that either, though. That's not bad. Okay, maybe we'll go with this. And then we'll have the toilet here. And then we'll just get a little divider right there. I think that's just, I think I was overcomplicating it. Decorations. I think it's in sculptures, the like little dividers. I don't know. I can never find them. We have a few of them now. Maybe I'll just go by the sleep bathroom kit. So I think I've already used that shower, so. Nope, that's not right. There we go. Ah, it's miscellaneous. Maybe we do just the solid glass. Yeah, I think that's fine. We do need another mirror. I don't think we want that one. I think we want... I'm not sure. It is like a smidge fancy in here with the wallpaper. So maybe we do something like vampires? And that brings in a little bit more of the gold. Where are we here? No, that's not quite the vibe. Hey, okay. What if we do this little guy? That is the wrong gold. That's a closer gold. We could do Crystal Creations. No. We could do base game. Honestly, I kind of like the base game one. It adds a little bit of the fancy, which we're kind of seeing. Yeah, I think that's nice. Let's get a little shelf above the toilet. I'm thinking the one from, I want to say Eco Lifestyle, but I actually don't remember. Maybe it's Tiny Living? It's like the little, I'll find it. It's the little guy. Actually this would probably be pretty good in here. It like kind of gives the vibe of the Sugar Skull shelf, but like different. I don't mind that. And maybe we get some sort of artwork here and like towels and stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. Maybe we get a Sugar Skull or two in here. We should probably, if we're using this one, we should probably bring in more orange. But we could get like 2 of them in here. But then I kind of feel bad for the orange one for not being included. Is that floating? Oh, it is floating because I sized the shelf down. But it's way too big not sized down. How does this look? It's a little bit not great, but I might just use it anyways. Everything should still be functional. I'm not too worried about that. Maybe we bring it a little bit higher. Like, you might knock your head, but it's the Sims, so it's probably fine. Okay, I don't mind that actually. Let's get some clutter in here. Oh, I'm in surfaces still. I want, well, we could, oh, they have soap. Okay, we should probably get some toothbrushes would probably be good. We could get a couple combs here. Actually, maybe we get some toothpaste right, I want it right there, but I don't want to alt place it. Maybe we get this little guy somewhere. If I just raise it up, can I make that work? I think that's floating. Oh, okay, well, I can't actually tell if it's floating. I think it is a little bit, but if I have to go in and look like that, then I think it's okay that it's floating a little bit. Let's get some toilet paper and maybe some like moisturizer or whatever this is. Oh, lotions. And that's probably good. We do need hand towels, of course. And we could probably use something like this. We'll throw this in here. Oh, we should get some blinds. That is for sure. Let's get... We could possibly get away with Snowy Escape, but I think I want a color. You know what? We can maybe get away with this curtain from whatever this is called. For Rent. Because I think we could maybe get away with that pattern. It's not very Sugar Skull-esque, but it does go with our flooring. Ooh, maybe that's better. Yeah, we'll use that one because then we have some orange from the orange one that is not included. Yeah, that works. It's very busy, and I don't really know if it's the same vibe actually. So maybe we make this flooring pink, or maybe we make this pink. So I do want it to be the same vibe. But if we darken the walls even more, I think that looks best. If we get like an all black swatch, I think we could actually work and be a little bit more cohesive. So let's do that. I looked at sleek bathroom. I think I want something fancier than that though, if possible. Like these are like dark from whatever it's called, Spa Day. I don't mind this. What if we use this in the white? I know this isn't tile, but what if we just like try it? Or even in like the yellow or something? Or the gray? I think I like the white best. Again, I know it's not tile, but I think that makes it, again, a little bit more cohesive. And I think we do need these to be a pink of some kind, or a purple. Like, would that work? I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking pattern. Maybe we look at different window coverings. Just trying to think. We could potentially do something like this instead. That might work. Again, doesn't really give Sugar Skull like super a ton. Can I not have both here? Oh my gosh. What if I move you over one? And then can I have you here? How do we feel about that? I don't think I feel great about it, if I'm being so total. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Oh, I'm in the closet. Okay. I want this size down and like put there. I don't love that, but I think it ties in this room a little bit. Do we want it to be pink? The pink isn't really that great for this space. Yeah, I think that's fairly cohesive. Maybe we make this pink too. Well, it's not quite the right pink. What about the flooring? I think there's a pink swatch in there. Not that it has to be pink, it's just we've been using a lot of it. And I think we should probably try to keep it somewhat cohesive. Oh, the blue could be nice. Not a ton of blue though. What about... Ooh, what about that? And then we bring back the dark and make this yellow. That's not bad. That feels like a tile this person with this bedspread would like. Okay. Cool. I feel better about that. That feels more cohesive to me. I do want to size this one down. Most of the lights in the bathrooms are probably going to be the same, just because I like the cohesion. But we'll pick a fairly generic one, like this from Cozy Kitsch, and just size it down a bunch. I think we could also use a rug in here, but it also is already very busy, so maybe we just won't. And I think we can call this room good. Because we'll have an aspect. I feel bad. I need to include this guy somewhere. I didn't want to because I don't really like orange, but he could honestly probably go. I want him there. But I guess he could go there. That's fine. I just felt bad him being the only one that wasn't included. Okay, now this room is done. I think it's really cute. And I don't know how much it screams Sugar Skulls. Like if the Sugar Skulls weren't in there, I don't think it would be super duper obvious, but I also think that's okay. I also just realized I didn't organize this desk at all. I'm gonna get rid of this. But now your sim has a place to do homework. Okay, now it's done. Let's save. I may use this closet trick for like a bunch of the closets in this house because there are so many of them. But let's move on over to... We're gonna make this one room. It was like I mentioned, this was a real floor plan. So this was like a, I don't know, like a water heater space or something. But we're gonna make this room, this is gonna be a bathroom. And you know what? I don't think we need 19 billion bathrooms in this house. I think we're gonna make this whole room one and turn it into an office. I think that means we no longer have a bathroom that is accessible everywhere. But we could probably steal a bathroom from like one of these rooms. And I think that's fine. Because I don't think every single room needs a bathroom. Okay, so let's do... We'll probably have to add more clutter in here. But let's... Where do we put the door? Maybe there. We'll get something there. Let's do this space. Let's do an office. Let me get my wheel. So these are all the collections that we have left to, I guess, pick from or I get selected. These are not all of the available Sims 4 collections across all of the packs, stuff packs, whatever. Um, I don't have all the packs and whatnot, so that limited it. I also didn't do like the limited time ones. As far as I can tell, all of these like you can still collect. So, and also all of the ones that we've already selected have been removed. But let's spin for the office. Oh, I was supposed to shuffle, but I didn't do that. It's gonna be Moonwood Relics. It is. Okay, Moonwood Relics. Another one I'm not super duper familiar with. I guess we're just learning a bunch about The Sims today, which is fine. I'm probably going to be able to use this one. Moonwood Relics I know is from Werewolves. So I think you can find them all just in debug. But I'm just going to try to look it up. If my gallery will load. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see if any kind person has posted the Moonwood Relics. Okay. Moonwood, I think that was one word, relics. I'm sure someone has, but maybe I just jinxed it. Okay, yeah, perfect. A bunch of people have. Awesome. Okay, maybe we will. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3. Maybe this one has trophies with it. This one has more. Oh, there's the display case and then separate ones. I didn't realize this shelf from Werewolves was for the relics, actually. Maybe we will steal this from Steamed Calamari, which is an awesome name. I think we'll steal this. Thank you so much to that person. If Steamed Calamari happens to watch this stream, I'm very grateful. Okay, let's take a look. Yes, okay, yeah. So it's these guys here, and then these are all just separate ones. Okay, perfect. Maybe the parent sim, which we haven't done a room for yet, but maybe the parent sim or one of the parent sims or like a grandparent or something is an archaeologist of some kind, and they found these relics while working in what's the werewolves world called? Is it Moonwood something? I don't remember. But the werewolves world. Maybe that's kind of the vibe we go for. I don't know. But yeah, we're doing an office. I think the wood flooring is fine. We could probably do a brick if these are from werewolves. Not necessarily a werewolf's brick, but let's just see. I think if they're all in masonry. Yeah. So I know werewolves, a lot of the werewolf stuff is a little bit like run down or broken, things like that, which makes sense for the pack, but I don't think is the vibe for this space. So maybe we do like an accent wall of this from high school years, possibly, because it's a very clean, like looks brand new sort of brick. And then we can do like a gray wallpaper maybe, to kind of bring in like the darker aspect of werewolves. Let's see if we can make that work. I think we just want like a plain, or even like a brown would probably be good. I don't hate that. We don't have a single window in here. Let's fix that. I think we'll just take this and we'll bring it down. Probably doesn't look great from the outside, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's better. That actually feels like super high, but whatever. Okay. I don't hate that. I don't love it. Maybe the white is not what we're going for. Maybe we need like a slightly more gray or like a cream. Oh, that's pretty good. That kind of matches the walls on the other side of the door, I guess, in the hallway, I should say. I don't hate this. I'm not typically one to go for brown walls, but it's not horrible. At least I don't think. I think we get a wall of bookshelves here if we're going for an office. I don't think we use the one from werewolves. let's just see. I don't think they're gonna work very well here. Storage. Well, actually, we could probably make this one work if we are going for archaeologist. Possibly. I love the books. I don't know how I feel about the shelf itself. But I kind of like that it looks older. Maybe we do this one, possibly. I do want to still bring in some of like the color that we have going on here, especially in the living room. But I also don't want to lose the relics, which is kind of the balance here. But we have some skulls, we have some little, I don't know, those engravings, some statues, and some like pottery almost, or pots. So I think that could be sort of what we take as inspiration. Obviously we'll stick some of these bad boys in there, but for that, maybe we use like a cats and dogs desk? Possibly? I know the cats doesn't really match, but the dogs would. So I do have to sneeze, so sorry. Excuse me. Let's see how the cats and dogs desk will look. It's just this one. And it does kind of match our the color of our shelf fairly well. I think we put the desk here. Either that or we'll put it like here. And they have like seats there. But I kind of like the idea of it being against the window. So we'll do that. And then I think that works okay. Let's get a chair. Comfort. Desk chairs. I think this one would be good in here. It's not quite the right brown, but it's close enough. That is from Crystal Creations. And it just looks a little bit older, and I like that. I think they'd want a computer of some kind if they're doing research or something. We could give them like the research thing, but that maybe isn't quite what we're looking for. Maybe we give them like an older computer. Possibly. Maybe not even an older one, just like a one with an actual PC. Yeah, that makes sense to me. We can have some sort of plant there. Maybe we can bring in a werewolf's plant. I think we should start bringing in some of the relics. But I think we want maybe like a filing cabinet or something there, just to would that be accent tables? Just to sort of make it feel a little more office-y. Not what I'm looking for. I know we have a few files. Ooh, this might actually be good. So this is from Crystal Creations, so I imagine it's supposed to be like for like the jewelry thing or something, but I think that kind of makes sense for an office, for an archaeologist. Maybe they keep their tools in there or something. I do still want to see if we can make a filing cabinet work. Maybe it is just in displays. I know we have a couple of them. Except I'm not, sorry, I'm not seeing them here. I know they exist. Where are they? Okay. Maybe miscellaneous? Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, cool. I think this just makes sense. Maybe we scoot this over. And we have a filing cabinet over here, but in like a brown. Maybe a tall one's better. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Doesn't look super duper cute, but it's an office. You need something to store stuff. Okay, and then I think we could honestly do something like this user did with the cube shelves. But I think I want this collection, if we can make it work, on this here. like the pot, like maybe they're currently studying it. I think that would make a lot of sense. And maybe we can even include the lid. And it's not quite perfectly in a circle, but I like that. If they're currently working on it or whatever, then yeah, okay, cool. That's very busy, but maybe we can get some of like the tools or something here so it looks like maybe that's kind of in progress or something. Maybe we get that little notebook. I think it's just from base game, but it's looks like someone's actually taking notes. Let me see if I can find it. Perhaps I passed it. Da, 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 da. Where is it? I might just need to filter by base game. That doesn't really help. Oh, here it is. Okay, perfect. Let's throw that there. I kind of actually like the coffee stain on it. But maybe there's a different swatch with one. Yeah, okay, that's good. Then maybe they're taking notes about that. Love that. We can get something else over here. And I think we can put something on the filing cabinet as well. Maybe we put the skull on there. Oh. I meant to grab like the whole thing. Is that possible? Oh, how do I grab that? I want the stand and the pieces. Oh my gosh. Why is this so difficult? I know for a fact this stand is not a part of this shelf. Can I grab you, please? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay, well, we're not doing that. I don't want to fight with this any longer. That's fine. Maybe that's just in werewolves. 'Cause I do actually want it. Oh, it is part of the shelf. Okay, never mind. We're gonna get this instead. This is just a moon petal, but we're gonna put that there. Okay, cool. Ooh, a rug. We could do a werewolves rug. I think this is how we could potentially bring in a little bit more color. Let's actually pick the swatch in the living room. See what kind of goes with what we have going on. Oh, that would be cute. Let's use this one. All of those are from werewolves, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. I like that. Do you want it centered like that? No. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Not my favorite color combo, but it is, I think, potentially working. I think, you know what, we could probably get these books here with the filing cabinet as well, kind of tucked in the corner. And then we can get like a wall of bookshelves over there. So let's go see what bookshelves we have. Welcome back. I want storage, bookshelves. I don't want werewolves. Let's just see. We could do Book Nook, but I hate dealing with them because they just suck to like clip wise and stuff. But let's see. I use it a lot, but we could potentially use businesses and hobbies. I think these ones are too tall. Oh, but they're not. We could maybe do the life and death then. Let's just see how these look in here. Oh, I actually really like that. It feels like a lot, but if we're going for an archaeologist sort of vibe, then that kind of makes sense. All you can say is let Delta Poeta cook with this house. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere slowly but surely. It's very different, but yeah, we're getting there. I like that there. We do need something here. Maybe we can get a different shelf for like the little statues. I think that would be really cute. Let's see. You're doing amazing. Don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Da 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 da. Oh man, what kind of shelf do we want? They have like a really big one. Okay. I mean, we could do werewolves, or not werewolves, vampires, but that feels not great for a werewolves archaeologist, which I guess is the vibe. What about these from whatever this is called? Snowy Escape. Do these have a lighter swatch, actually? No. Okay, that's fine. We could do it in this light swatch to kind of match stuff, but it doesn't really match anything. Your luck in this game is if you ever build something nice, your Sims dies in just 2 seconds. Yeah. Oh, they like set a fire. Yeah, yeah, that happens. I actually don't do a ton of gameplay, so I don't typically have that issue, but that is one of the reasons why I don't do gameplay, is at least in the builds that I do, because I spent all this time building them, and then my sim dies, or like burns the house down. It's like, well, you guys, like, at least be a little considerate. I don't know what sort of... This game is not family friendly, just friendly fire. Yeah, exactly. I have tried a little bit of gameplay, and if anyone ever does want to see some Sims 4 gameplay, let me know. I'm just objectively bad at it, and I do prefer to build, but I have tried a little bit, and yeah, my Sims, they don't often die. They just typically don't have, because I'll do like a legacy challenge or something. They just typically don't have a life. Like they typically like will go to work and then not do literally anything else. Beyond like, you know, say I'm doing like the not so berry challenge and you have to like complete the collections and stuff. That's all they do. So I feel kind of bad. So yeah, I'm just like objectively bad at it. But if you ever want to see me be objectively bad at The Sims 4, let me know. I'd be happy to squeeze something in. Ooh, I love these. I forgot about them. I don't know that we need them in this room, but maybe we can try to use those. I don't know what shelf I want to use. Maybe we do, like I said, potentially kind of do what they did here. Maybe do we have a darker brown? Yeah, I think we'll bring a little bit of the darker brown over here and see if we can maybe make these work. How many of the little guys are there? 4? 3? Something like that? I think just 3. So then I think this would actually probably... Oh, there are 4. This would probably actually look pretty nice. But I want... I'm going to have to alt place this on there. How am I going to do that? I think I got another shelf. And then both slots are there. So I'm going to... Oh, I can't copy that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it was this bad boy that we're gonna have to alt place. Yes, okay, and then I should be able to, since both of those slots are used up, should be able to just slide that on there, and then same with this guy. Oh, just kidding, that's not slotted anymore. Okay, and then I should be able to take that one away. I'll put it back somewhere over here. Remove this shelf. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. I actually think that looks quite nice. The dark brown is a little bit different than this dark brown, and so it's kind of random, but I think it looks decent. I think I want these books kind of tucked in the corner. So I think we will maybe have the filing cabinet here, possibly, or just closer to the door. I mean, we could also move the door too. But I think that looks okay. I don't love it, how far these are sticking out, but I think it's fine. Do we want to add anything else here? I think we could probably add the skulls. Or I guess skull pieces, I should probably say. And then maybe just another like knick-knack from werewolves. Like a little clutter piece or something. Does this fit in there? It does. Okay, perfect. And then I think we should probably get another shelf over there for the little engravings. And then that's actually all of them, which again is not the challenge. But if we can, and it looks okay, we might as well. Do we want... I think we want more from... What is this called? Dream Home Decorator. Sorry. My mind fully blanked. I think we'll probably just use the same ones, honestly. Just to keep it cohesive. And then we'll have 2 more here. For the engravings, which are super cool. And then yeah, we've included everything. Which, again, not necessary, but we can, so let's do that. And I think I'm going to use... I might need to move the desk, but just for consistency's sake, I think I am going to keep using the Modern Luxe curtains that we have kind of in the rest of the living space. Yeah, again, just for consistency. Because I don't mind the teenage bedroom being like super different and their bathroom as well, because that kind of makes sense, but I do want it to be somewhat the same. Oh gosh, what is happening? Okay, apparently Windows are being stupid again. So I'm just gonna have to, yeah, do a little switcheroo there. Okay, perfect. We do need to squeeze all of this out then. Okay, not horrible. I want a really tall skinny plant there. I'm thinking, no, authority. Yeah. Perfect. And we should probably have something under this here. Let's get some more werewolves clutter. I don't think there's a ton. I think they might have, yeah, they have some little statues though. So maybe we bring in the little mushrooms. And we can bring in, what is this? Mooncaster Memento. Sure, you can have that. Oh, just kidding. It's like really big. We're gonna size it down. I don't know what that is. Learn new building techniques, skill up, skill 2. That's so funny. Okay, is this... I'm hoping this is reading werewolves. Maybe we get some of this artwork in here? We can put like a couple of these. Oh, actually, I think I want the flowers. That doesn't really give archaeologists, but it gives like office a little bit more. People can now build Play-Doh. Oh. Da 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 da. Do we like that? Maybe this is not... Is the black better? Ooh, the black with the gold might be better. I think we could use a little bit of that contrast. Okay. What do we want to put here? We could put a little chair here, actually. Comfort. I don't know that we're going to want these. Although this one we could probably make work. I think it's supposed to be like from a movie theater or something. I'm not actually sure. But we could probably... It's not horrible. Like, this watch isn't bad. It's a little bit run down, but whatever. Get a little chair there. Maybe we'll pull it away from the wall a bit so your Sims don't hit their head. I say as if I'd left any room here for your Sims to not hit their head over the toilet, but that's fine. I think we need more clutter. Decorations. We bring this in here. That is fancy. And maybe we actually bring like a coffee mug or something in here. That's in clutter. I was in the right category. I think we want the dirty one. Because they're like busy working, you know, and they haven't had time to bring that into the kitchen or anything. And how do we feel about that? I guess we could probably use a light. That's a little bit more on theme. What would be on theme? I have no idea. Lighting. Oh, maybe the horse ranch one? Possibly. Um, yeah, actually, I think horseradish would probably be good. Ooh, I like this one. I never use this one from base game. I'm gonna size it down, but I like that. Do we want anything else on this wall? I mean, probably decorations. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe like wall decorations. Maybe we could see what's from werewolves in there. Nothing. Okay. All right. Fair enough. We could potentially put the moon mirror back here. It's kind of random, and it's like super duper high, so maybe not. But we could potentially do. We could do the Luna fish. I never use these, but it's kind of like the opportunity to use it, so maybe we do. And maybe that's good. It's a little bit unusual, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And we actually did manage to get the whole collection in this one too, which again, not the goal, but dope. Let's then go do the garage, which I'm not super excited about because this room is massive and it's gonna take so long to just decorate. But we might as well just get it over with. So let me get my wheel. And as I keep forgetting to, but I will shuffle it a bunch of times. Okay, let's see what we get for the garage. I was really, really hoping for the Nordhaven bike parts. Aliens. Well, that doesn't make sense for the story we're trying to tell. Alright, okay. Maybe this archaeologist does not just study werewolves. Maybe this is their typical aesthetic. They like a little bit of color, a little bit beachy, but like nothing crazy. They have a kid or a teen who's into sugar skulls and photography and art. And they are an archaeologist, but this is maybe their first thing that they were studying is maybe they're an expert on werewolves. But they've recently partnered with a different researcher who studies aliens. And maybe there's like a theory there that, I don't know, somehow aliens and werewolves are connected, or maybe they have similar biology or something, because they both have different forms. So this space could be like the workspace for studying aliens with this other researcher. And maybe the researcher is their partner, or maybe it's just like a different sim in general. Love how I adapt that to everything. Thanks. I like to like have everything cohesive. So like the story has to make sense. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So I think this is going to be like, it was a garage. But since the research has like changed a little bit, they've also made space. Like maybe we'll have a car from Debug here, but they don't use this area anymore because they kind of like made it to their research space. So that all said, let's go get the aliens. I think some of them are dead. But like in the actual collection, sorry, that's a weird thing to just say. But I might need to search alien collection. I'm not sure, because this is a very vague phrase for The Sims. But let's just see. Sorry, also my nose is like super itchy. So if you keep seeing me like scratch my nose and stuff, I'm not trying to be like gross or anything. But just before I started stream, I was like petting one of my cats really close, and I'm mildly allergic to cats. So I'm a little itchier than normal. So I apologize. Yeah, I'm not seeing the alien collection. I'm sure it's somewhere. Maybe I just type in alien collection. And I know you can find these in in debug as well, but do the plants count as aliens? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, cool. I think we're gonna steal... This one seems to have more items. which, well, I don't want to take an incomplete collection, but it seems that there's 5 of the little tanks and 5 of the little jars. I think there's a living version and a dead version of each of the aliens, which is like kind of sad actually. So I think we're just going to take this from Ravenclaw 502. So thank you for posting that. And it's going to add to our collection of collections. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so these are the aliens. These are from Get to Work. And so I do know Get to Work. Get to Work? Is that right? I think so. Get to Work also has a bunch of like weird sciencey stuff from the scientist career. Let me just show you. Saying weird sciencey stuff is not helpful. Let's see, would it be in decorations? I don't know. Let me just find it. It's like there's like the portal, the wormhole generator. There's this bad boy, which it would be perfect for an alien research thing. I don't think we're gonna need I guess the wormhole, not the portal. There's this thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of like weird stuff from the scientist career, which I know there's more of, I just can't find now. But I think we could use this in our alien research space. Ooh, this would be good too, the library sorting cart. Cool. And I think we're gonna bring a similar vibe as this to this space, but like make it alien is the vibe. So I think we start with, yeah, I think we're gonna find a bunch of the stuff that we want to include. There's also like a chemical thing. There's like maybe it's activities and skills. Yeah, these. Okay, chemical analyzer, chemistry lab, SimRay. Yeah, we'll bring all of this stuff up. We don't need a surgery table. That would be weird. As if this stuff isn't real. Like this is an alien workshop. We don't need a surgery table. Although that is probably what some scientists would do with aliens, is do surgery on them. But we're not those kinds of aliens. We're just like studying them. And making sure that they're safe or something. I don't know. But, okay, I think, yeah, we're going to have a car here. We're going to have normal garage stuff. But this area is going to have kind of been converted to an alien study space. So maybe we just kind of lay these out. Oh, I should probably make this match, hey? When I built this, I just used base game. So, because I wasn't sure what packs my friend had, and I built this for a friend. So we could probably turn that to a real door, but I don't actually mind this. But I do want it to match and make it look like an actual garage. Okay, that's fine. Let's put this maybe like here. And maybe this one can go like here or something. And then we'll probably honestly get a couple of these. Get some tables and stuff. We'll have to add a bunch of bookshelves and whatnot. We'll probably bring it around. And then we'll get a debug car. And obviously some of the aliens. But I think we could probably get a divider of some kind here. I don't think Get to Work has one, although they might. Because they do have like a doctor career. And I imagine a doctor career might need like a divider of some kind. I don't actually know. Let's just see. Ooh, this would be good. It's like a mat thing. We'll need one of these in the garage. I'm not seeing a divider, which is fine. Well, there's a crime map, but I don't think that's quite the vibe. Okay, yeah. Well, there is this, but that's also not the vibe. So let's just go to, I think they're mostly in sculptures. Let's just get some sort of divider of some kind. That like kind of matches the vibe. And go from there. I mean, this could potentially actually. It doesn't really match the vibe of anything else though. Can we do it in like the default swatch? It just kind of gives alien to me actually. Maybe it gives alien too much though, because these are alien researchers, not aliens. Though they could also be aliens. I don't mind that. Because if we're going for this vibe, that's not quite the vibe, but it's like not the vibe. I just want like the garage area to be separated from this space. I know we have way more dividers than that. What if I just type in divider? Okay, yeah, we got a bunch. Maybe this isn't the vibe. Maybe something like this is? No. We could do this. That is a bit strange though, isn't it? It's basically this one, just not as lit up. We could also do this one here, but I think that's for like a shower. This feels more garage-like. I just like this one more. So maybe this one feels more the vibe of these Sims. So I think we're gonna bring this in and we're just gonna use it, and it is what it is. Speaking of the vibe of these Sims, this I think I want to make a little bit lighter just to match everything out here better. Maybe I even just steal this wallpaper because I do like the brown, but if we are going for cohesion, I think it needs to be lighter. But maybe we can make this brick darker. Like maybe this becomes a brown. I don't mind that. I liked it being lighter better, but I think that's okay. And then that's more cohesive, and I think it just feels better. So we'll do that. That stairs little clipping is just gonna have to be what it is. But okay, this makes sense to me. Let's get some, I don't even know, this room is so big. It is like overwhelming. We just gotta start somewhere. Let's do flooring. I think we want like a beige cement. Are cements an outdoor? They are. Though I don't think beige cement exists. Ooh, that does not look good. Okay. It's not like way too fancy. What about this? I know I just said it's way too fancy, but this is a fairly fancy house so far. Like, it's a little bit not like minimalist fancy, but it is kind of fancy. So maybe we do that. And then kind of brings in, like, it's more of a gray than a beige, but it's like a grayish sort of. Kind of bring that in a little bit. I think we should get probably just one of these grates here and probably here. Though, if this was a garage converted to a workspace, this would probably not even be here at all. So maybe we don't have that. The fire extinguisher probably would have been near the door-ish. That makes sense to me. And I do like these. I think maybe we put them kind of in the corner a little bit. At an angle, and then we put something behind there. Possibly. I don't actually know. Maybe something like that, and then we could have like, I don't know, more books or something back there. I don't think we want the garage to be fully finished, but I don't think we want it just to be drywall, and I don't think I have the like entirely unfinished wall. Ooh, we could do this one. This is from the Artist Studio kit. Maybe even just like default swatch. I kind of like that. Since, yeah, it's unfinished, but like it kind of works. We need to cover that somehow, but that kind of works in my opinion. Cool. Oh, I covered up these walls though. I do still want it to look like a door. Which, I mean, we could use an actual door, but I feel like that's fairly convincing. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna go into debug, and I'm gonna find a car. Actually, you know what? I bet someone has posted a car. So we're gonna do that. I like going into debug when I'm in the mood for it. I am not in the mood for debug right now. Hence why I keep looking up all of these things. But yeah, okay, perfect. What kind of vehicle would this family drive? I probably should have put debug cart. Well, that's adorable. Because I know some people use 2mod to like make different vehicles. But I think they'd have like a fancy family vehicle. Like maybe this cute little, not that this is fancy, but a cute little family car. That feels something like them. I say as if I know anything about the parents besides that we're just saying that they're, what's the word I want? Archaeologists, or at least one of them is. Okay. Car is in here. I'm gonna make it slightly on an angle. Maybe this driver is not great. Okay, and then we can delete this. Thank you to that person. Okay, perfect. And maybe we can get some bikes in here. Because why not? And then maybe like a workshop over here. And then we can kind of, I don't know, make it a little bit better. Let's get some bikes. Because it still is a garage. Not that garages are really functional in The Sims, but that's fine. I want outdoor activities? Is that what the bikes are? I don't actually know. There's some bikes. Okay, perfect. Let's get a boring beige one. And let's get a kid one. We will have kids somewhere in this house. And we'll probably get another kid one. Ooh, the basket. That's cute. We'll probably change the swatches if I remember to eventually. Oh my gosh, maybe this is the teens. It's not a sugar skull, but it is a cow plant skull. So maybe it's, and they have the death flowers, so maybe that's the teens who loves sugar skulls. I think I want to see if there's a way to get these on the wall, and I know there is, but I don't remember the trick. So maybe we just like have the teens and the parents here. There's only one, but again, we can also always add more. And then maybe the kids are a little bit messier on this side. And maybe this car is a little bit closer to this side because the parent had to avoid the kids' bikes. I think that's hilarious. Okay, that makes sense to me. So the kids kind of threw them down here. And then let's get a workbench. That's not very alien collection-y, but I think it makes sense for a garage. I like the one from base game. And this sort of matches this vibe here. I think we'll even use a lighter swatch. There isn't one. Okay, well, never mind. We'll get that here. What sort of activities read alien? That I don't know. We could do the fabricator, possibly. That's not that that's alien, but maybe we just, I don't think I have the restoration workshop kit, but I know Artist Studio has some sort of like, what's the word that I want? Like storage, I guess. So let's get that. I also want to see the Greenhouse Haven kit, because I think there's also some storage in that. Let's just see everything that's in those 2 packs. Yeah, the Artist Studio kit has stuff like this. So this sort of reads garage to me. And I think we'll do it in the green. I think that's nice. And like very classic for a garage sort of thing. And we can probably get a fan from the Greenhouse Haven kit. That can go, would it be like this? Or would it be like this? this, right? I actually have no idea. Okay, well, I'm not going to use it. I don't know. We can get a little storage box here. I think that makes sense. Maybe in like the light brown color. I thought there was more storage items, but maybe I am just thinking of the whatever it's called, the restoration workshop kit that I don't have, which is fine. I think we want a sink here. I think we're actually going to put it here. Put that there. I think maybe we can swap these. And this can go over here. I think that makes sense. I think we'll just get some other like garage stuff. Actually, I think Crystal Creations has a little bit of workshop stuff as well. I believe. So they have the, yeah, these are what I'm thinking of. Okay, we'll put these on the wall. In the light swatch. And I think we could probably use some get to work in here to bring it back a little bit to the aliens. We need to go to decorations. What sort of wall decor would we have? Maybe they've added some paper towel above this to wash your hands. And maybe we can get some sort of like something around that window. We'll have to move this obviously. Just to bring in a little bit of a something. And then I don't really know what else we could add. We could add just some like boxes and stuff. Maybe let's just look at everything. I don't make garages very often because they are completely non-functional in The Sims. But let's see what sort of boxes we can get. Maybe we have some like files over here. That makes sense to me. Because we do have to bring it back to the alien stuff, but we do also have to make a garage. So, it's another box of files. Oh, I know, we can get some of the, like the details here. This is paint. I think what I'm thinking of is, again, there's like a sawdust one. I think that's also from the restoration workshop kit that I don't have. But I'm sure one of these will be fine. Like that kinda, it does not look like sawdust. But I vote we still include it. I think that's fine. Okay. That looks like a garage to me. Maybe we can put some more storage stuff over here, but let's sort of start working on this a little bit more. I think we want another of these bad boys. Maybe even two. But we could get the even bigger one, possibly. Put that like in here. And maybe we get a smaller one on this side. Because if you're researching stuff, maybe this is like top secret. I don't know. Throw that there, and then we can throw this there and this hopefully on that. No, I don't think so. That's fine, we can make it go on that. Is that clipping? It is a lot. Okay, no problem. And now is that floating? Technically not. And it is like a scientist-y alien thing. So we're just gonna pretend that that's not floating. Okay, perfect. Let's get another one of these here. Well, actually, let's get another one of these over here. And change the swatch. Perfect. Okay, cool. We do need to get some aliens in here. Change the swatch of this as well. But I think I'm gonna take only the live ones because the dead ones make me sad. And I think we can put them up here on a shelf, possibly. I think that would make sense. So let's go to surfaces, displays. We could bring in more of the cube shelves, just in a different swatch. Just for a little bit of consistency. I don't think that would be a bad thing. Maybe we get them all up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1. I mean, we could also get the dead ones. But that just makes me really sad. I don't want dead aliens. Yeah, so maybe we'll just not have the dead ones. We'll have only the living ones. Because I want to. But let's go to get to work and miscellaneous, or sorry, decorations. And see what sort of stuff we can use in here. I don't want to use the geodes and stuff because those are actually a different collection. Okay, there isn't really a ton. Let's see just what we can add in here then. That looks sciencey, but not like dead aliens. Because we're not torturing them, we're just studying. Or maybe they like, I don't know, landed on Earth and can't get back home, so we're trying to help them get back home, but we don't know enough about them to do that, or something. I don't know. Maybe we can get some books. That feels like a safe thing. Kind of boring though. What about... I'm not sure. What about... something? I don't know what. Maybe we just do like more files or something. That's kind of boring though. But that might be the best thing we can do. Yeah, okay. Let's go get some boxes. I think we want maybe some unorganized stuff as well. Maybe one of the researchers isn't super organized. Okay. Maybe we get just some of these in here. And then we can do a littler one. And then we can do like these bad boys. Or not, they don't slot. And I don't feel like raising them up. Okay. Maybe we can do this. Okay, I don't think this all works. Okay, that's fine. And then we need something nice and big in there. Like... what? I don't know. We could do books. We can size it up. I don't know. Or there was another high school years one that we were going to use in the bedroom, but it was too big. Let's just see. I think it was higher up. It's like a stack of textbooks or something. Maybe it wasn't higher up. Oh, that could just go somewhere. Okay, that could be something. We could have a couple of these boxes. Sorry, that's a bit random, but... that's good garage clutter. Where did those books go? I just keep adding stuff that is like not at all what I'm looking for, but that's okay. I actually have no idea. That's fine. Let's get different books. Let's do... we could just do another stack of unorganized papers. Maybe we even do 2 of them. Or we have these over here, and like one of the scientists is super organized. The other, like, not so much. I think that's kind of humorous. If they're sciencey stuff, they'll probably be boring colors though. Maybe we do the brown. Okay, I think that's fun. There's not a matching swatch in this. Oh my gosh, this game, you guys. Okay, that makes sense to me. That's fun. We have the aliens. We have these things. We should probably put something in there, but I don't know what. I have a little book thing. We have an actual garage. I actually don't mind this, like, at all. I don't really know what else to add in here. I think it kind of works. Maybe we just add some lights. Size these down. And maybe we get one of the fans that we had in both areas, or maybe just there. And then, what sort of lights have we been using? I think that would probably be fine, actually. I don't even know if we needed to size down the saucer lights. That kind of makes sense to me for a garage. Don't even know if that's the regular size. Let's just copy that. It is not. Okay, we'll size it up 1. Okay, perfect. I think that's fine for the garage. We didn't cover that up, but I also think it's not the end of the world. We have the alien research space. It doesn't really match the vibe of the rest of the space, but like it also doesn't not match. And I like that it's not too cluttered. But we have a little bit of clutter going on. Yeah, I think this is cool. That's safe. I think now is a good time for me to take like 2 seconds to go have a quick snack. I've been getting like super duper hungry at the end of stream. So I'm gonna quickly pause, well not pause the stream, but I'm gonna be right back. And we will continue then. But, yeah, so just one moment. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. And of course today I also just forgot to eat breakfast. Normally I have breakfast before I stream. I didn't do that. So I have been fed and I am good to go. I think I just saved before I did that, but I'll save again. With that though, we are done the main floor. I do want to add more details to this hallway now that we moved some doors and stuff, but that's fine. Let's go upstairs. I think we should probably start with the hallway and work our way maybe like around or something. I'm not sure. But let's start with this hallway. Let me go get the wheel. And I will shuffle it again just to keep us on our toes. Let's see what we are getting for the hallway. Oh, it is itty bitty. Sorry. We are getting crystals, it looks like. Yeah, okay, cool. That's also a base game one. Let's remove that bad boy. I would have been so annoyed if we not gotten the Nordhoppen bike parts. That's so badly what I wanted for the garage. Because it just like seems fitting. But crystals, okay. This is definitely one that you can find in like the catalog. But I, again, don't really want to have to go through it right now. So if I just do crystal collection, I imagine that will come up. Let's just see. Yeah, okay, cool. This is just the crystals, correct? That looks like there's the metals involved. Crystal and metal collection, that's not what I want. Crystal collection done. See, some of these have like way more than others. And I don't know enough about gameplay because I never played the game to know what is all included. Although this one here has the little plaque, which I probably could have been including in every single room, but I think we're going to take this. This is from Ambrose0805. I think the plaque means that it's like done. So we're going to place this over here. And when we are done, don't worry, all of this will be removed. I just am keeping it there in case we decide to add more of any collection to a room. So that's what that is. But, so these are the crystal collections. Very obviously they are crystals. This is base game. I think there are a few like extra ones from Get to Work that you can collect, and maybe now crystal creations, but these are all the ones that like are part of the collection that you need to get all. Sorry, that was not words. You need to get all of these to complete the collection, but there are some bonus ones, is what I'm trying to say. So I think we lean into crystal creations up here. Thankfully we can take our floor up with us, and probably honestly our wallpaper, but there might be one that might suit it better. At the very least, I want it on this wall because I like to have matching wallpaper on like between stair levels. But I do think there's a Crystal Creations one that is beige like this that might work. Crystal Creations is a stuff pack, I think? Game pack? Whatever this is. Yeah, this. It's fairly close in color. So maybe we use this as an accent somewhere, even like on one of the walls, or even like this. I think could be really pretty. I also think we were including this in this room. So maybe we make this whole room like that. Though that might be a lot. Maybe we don't. Maybe we make this like that. And we just have the Crystal Creations as like an accent. I think that's pretty cool. It's going to be kind of a similar issue as we had in the living room. Is these, like the marbles we had for the living room, are very colorful. Whereas the base that we sort of have going on at the base, but the existing aesthetic is like not. So, we're probably going to have to add some color in. But I think we're going to use a lot of Crystal Creations, like I said. So let's just see what sort of stuff we got going on here. I don't think what we wanted up here was sort of like a sitting room. We have only a small TV here, so maybe this could have like a bigger TV, and we could even get some like games going. But I do think we might as well have the gemology table somewhere up here, so maybe this can go over here. And we'll be using a lot of light wood colors, so maybe we just use this swatch. And then there is a rug from Crystal Creations that'll probably work. So, and maybe this is how we can bring in some color. Maybe we use one of the blue swatches, because we do have a bunch of the blue downstairs. So maybe this goes here. Let's get a nice big TV, which is not at all related to crystals, but I think it'll be nice. Let's get like, do you want like a big TV? Could potentially, I don't think the lights size up, no. Let's just do this one, and we'll size it down one. That's pretty big. And then let's get a nice couch that says crystals. And I don't really know what sort of couch says crystals, but let's just take a look. I think I want something, because downstairs here, we use something very rounded. So I think maybe something a little bit sharper, if that's an adjective you can use for a couch. Or one maybe more colorful, like this might actually even work. This is from Paranormal. We could bring in the blue and the yellow as well. Have this up here. That's not horrible. And there actually is, I don't think there's a matching love seat, but there is a matching chair. So let's see where that is. I'm just gonna search by Paranormal. Yeah, here. Could probably even use the blue. And that's sort of angular, like crystals are. That kind of works. Yeah, I don't mind that. Maybe we even use two of them, and one goes against the wall. Oh, now it's kind of squishy. How does this size up? Oh, it gets very large. That's not really the vibe. Okay, maybe one is not against the wall. Well, this isn't... It gets kind of squishy. Okay, yeah, no. Never mind. I was like, we can maybe make it work. Let's just not. We could probably pull that back, though, a bit. What sort of... If you're sitting down here, that's fine. Okay, perfect. What if I just type in crystal? I think a lot will come up. Oh, just kidding. There's no crystal anything? Well, alright then. Okay, never mind. We could probably get some sort of shelf here for some crystals. Let's just see. There's this table. Ooh, let's use the Crystal Creations coffee table. That makes sense to me. We gotta squish this bad boy back a bit. How does that match vibe-wise to downstairs? That's pretty fine. Okay, cool. I have the gemology table. We could use this beautiful plant in here somewhere. Even in the corner. Love that. Let's get... Ooh, let's get some bookshelves down this wall. I don't mind that. How far can they get tucked into the wall? Pretty far. Okay, cool. Let's do that. And I think we'll get another one as well. And then we'll do the same thing. Just lining it up. I don't know why I needed to tilt my head for that, but apparently I did. We'll make that a little bit more centered that way. Okay, perfect. I don't think that's necessary for this space, but it is gorgeous and fun. Okay. We're getting somewhere. The white seems sort of random. Maybe we do this swatch instead. And then... yeah, I think that's good. We have that. We Gotta get some crystals in here. Oh, and some curtains. What sort of gives crystals? Is the question. We could potentially use the same ones as downstairs, but I don't mind them being different because all of these rooms are going to have probably their own curtains. So if we want these ones to be different, that's not the end of the world. I mean, these kind of give crystal. Like, not actually, but like kind of. What if we go like that? Or maybe even that? Is that weird? It might be. Oh, I forgot about these. They kind of look like skulls. Like, not really, but that's fine. Okay, that would have been good for our teen bedroom, but that's okay. Yeah, that's probably okay. And what if I bring the leaves up there? I know that's not really the vibe, but also you do find the crystals outside, so that kind of does make sense. We probably would have to add a little bit more plant down here for it to make sense. I just kind of want it, because there's not a real curtain rod, so I'm kind of wanting to hide that. Maybe that's not the way. Sorry, I keep bringing that up for some reason. Maybe we then just get a curtain rod. Maybe that's better. And we just sort of... Ugh, the window's gonna be in the way. Okay. Just sort of make it work. What is happening here? Oh my goodness. That does not look good, does it? Okay. Try that again. Let's use the for rent one. I don't know why it thinks it needs to be this tall. That is very confusing to me. How does this look? I don't think that looks bad. It doesn't look great, but I think we just leave it for now. Okay. That's all fine. Yeah, we gotta get some crystals in here somehow. Which, I mean, we could probably get some on this shelf. I think we'll probably just get just some. Maybe this one can go. Apparently they only want to be down low, which is not the vibe. If I bring this against this wall, how much does this stick out? I think that's still fine. I just didn't like how the wall was coming through it. Okay, we can get some little guys up here. Cute. Let's get some sort of cabinet here for them. Crystal Creations has good ones. I know we're using like a ton of hacks, and I do apologize, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. We'll throw this in the corner, and we'll throw some crystals in there. We will use some of the small ones. I want one up here. Okay. Is that floating? No. Perfect. Love that. Let's get... I thought there was some open shelving, but you know what? Let's get something like this up here. I think that makes a lot of sense for this space. Maybe we'll do 2 of them, actually. Might as well. These Sims are very busy individuals. And like seemingly very smart. They're studying werewolves, they're studying aliens, and they're studying crystals and making jewelry. Like, that's crazy. Okay. What? Ooh, we should bring this in here. Love that. Don't love the gold though. Yeah. That should be there. Perfect. We could probably bring in the Crystal Creations table as a console table. Might as well for consistency's sake. Oh, this should be a little bit higher, I think. And we mentioned maybe using this as a gaming space, so maybe we bring in some of that, because the crystals are like very playful. Like they're very playful colors, things like that. So let's bring some of that in. Let's do... I think we actually already have a gaming thing downstairs, but that's fine. Let's put this... I want the blue one. Or the green one, actually? Yeah. Bring in more color. Bring that down there. Maybe we even get like a speaker. Maybe we bring in this one in like a pink. Again, to bring in more color, because the crystals are so colorful. Okay. Oh, you know what's even better than that? Let's bring in this record player. That's fun and funky and fun. Although we could probably bring it over here. Because, like, why not? Doesn't, like, really match the vibe. But that's okay. And now this gives us more space to put crystals. Or not. Okay, that's fine. Do little ones slot up there? No, of course not. Okay, well, I don't feel like dealing with that then. I just think that's fun, and we're gonna use it. And it's playful, because you can play music and yada yada yada. Your Sims can dance, that whole 9 yards. Let's get some nice artwork up on this wall. I think we like the blue stuff. Although maybe it would be better to have it here. I think we need something more colorful on this wall to kind of tie in with the basement. Oh, the basement, the downstairs. But let's go look at paintings and posters. We'll go to the bottom just to shake it up. Let's see what works with crystals and marbles. Because that's what the living room is, and I want it to be consistent. Or cohesive, I should say, rather. What is giving crystals and marbles? Maybe like something to do with rocks? They're both kind of rocks. Or maybe like something like this? Possibly that's colorful and playful. I don't really know, actually. Maybe that was our best bet. Yeah, okay. What's that? Yeah, this. Okay, we'll use this. Bring some more color up here. Does kind of match the vibe of downstairs as well, which is perfect. I think we're gonna put just a big mirror here. Ideally, we'd use the one from Crystal Creations, but that one is way too small. Well, yeah. So I think we just get like a bigger one. And maybe we go with something like this. That kind of gives me crystal vibes. Like, not crystal vibes, but like, I think the people who would like crystals would like that. Or the Sims, I should say, that like crystals. I have a cat here. Well, I actually have had a cat the whole time on a bed on my desk who's just been chilling. But I have a cat here that just joined that likes to paw at my screen. So if you see the camera start moving, I do apologize. Also, our trim is coming in, but I don't really feel like fixing it. Because if I delete it, it won't work properly. So I'm just going to ignore that. I apologize if that bothers you. Everything should still be functional. And I don't think it looks too weird because it's just on this little wall here. So, sorry about that. Let's see if we can get some crystal art here. I do like these posters. And maybe we can, well, maybe we actually put them in a line. And then maybe we can get like some displays going here. Maybe we get more crystals on there, possibly. I don't really know if they're gonna, oh, they do slot. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna get a couple small ones if I have any left on each side. Perfect, and then probably a big one in the middle. I'm hoping it'll slot. We go with the black. Oh, not what I meant to do. It does not. Okay, that's fine. I'll just take another little one. I'm cool with that. Okay, cool. What do we want here? I'm thinking we get something like, because I don't want people to walk into that. Maybe we get just like a wall plant or something. Decorations, indoor plants. Let's just see. Oh, get something like this. That's pretty. I use this all the time, but it's just so nice. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe, yeah, we don't really want people or Sims to walk into that. Maybe this can go, oh, this should go somewhere in here. Maybe this goes here. And then we get some sort of artwork there. Oh, we could have a nice big mirror here instead. Oh, not instead. We already have one. That's fine. We're going to get the Jungle Adventure mirror because it's pretty and I like it. And we can get it in a nice color, like maybe the blue or something, to bring in some more color in here. Yeah. Okay, we'll do the green. That's kind of random, but I think that's okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe the yellow, if there is one, would be better. To tie in the yellow blanket. Okay, perfect. This is also very random, but I like that too, so we're gonna leave that there. I think we should get a runner rug and a plant. We don't have very many runner rugs, so let's just see what we can find. I have one in mind, but I don't know how it's gonna look. This is what I'm thinking. And this is just a base game item. But there might be a blue that matches fairly well. Yeah, that's not horrible. I never use this. But that's not too bad. I forgot about that one. That's not good for the space, but that is a pretty rug. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. And then we wanted a plant, tall, skinny one, I think. We ought to use the, what is it called? The Authority. So maybe we do this one. It's kind of modern, but this house isn't not modern. And then, do we want another runner rug here? Maybe we do, but in like a beige or something. Or maybe we have them both in beige. Just to be boring. Yeah, that's not horrible. I don't love it, but it makes sense, I think, to have something like that. Maybe we have this mirror over here instead. We'll have a mirror there and a little plant, I think would be nice. Oh, we could get a wall hanging plant. That would make sense. Let's just do the default swatch, I think. Do we want to size it up? I mean, yeah, why not? That should be fine. Lots of plants in there. Let's get a table with something on this. I'm thinking a tall accent table. Like, this is what I'm thinking, but it also, I use it all the time. So maybe we use, I mean, we could do this one. This is from Paranormal. Oh, it's not quite the right colors though. What about this? This is actually meant for like kitchens because you can put, I'm pretty sure you can put like appliances on it. So like the things that you can typically only put on counters, you can put on that. Like I'll just show you. Watch me be wrong. Like a coffee maker. You can typically only put it on counters, but you can put it on this as well. That said, that's like a perfect height. So let's do that. And I think I want the, there was a tool thing. Yeah. Gemologist field kit I think would be perfect here. Actually, you know what? That probably would have been really good downstairs, but that's fine. Ooh, the jeweler's tray is probably good too. Let's get some crystal creation crystals in here. That makes sense to me. And maybe we can get some more down here. Might be too big. Cause like we might as well use this stuff. Let's get some of these down here. Okay, that makes sense to me. So we have our crystal area. We have our gaming space / sitting space. We could probably get something on this wall. Maybe we get another of these bad boys. Probably size it up. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I like this space. This is super random, but I think I want to add yet another crystal on it, and it will just raise it up. Maybe this one, because it is very pretty. Is that floating? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. You can just raise it down one or bring it down one. And it's okay if it's cut off because crystals are random shaped. Okay, this is our crystal room. We need some different lighting, but I think we can probably use what we use downstairs. Because this kind of gives me crystal energy, and I'm okay with kind of. I think we'll have one in the hall as well. Did that disappear? Did I place that? Maybe I didn't place that. Okay, let's try that again. I think I sized it down twice. I actually can't remember. I'm gonna get rid of this though. It's very bright in there. I'm not gonna get rid of this, but I'm gonna size it down. And I'm gonna size this bad boy down. Oh, we also desperately need a light in this hallway. So, same thing. Oh, we do need something on this wall though, because I stole the mirror. Right. That I don't know. What sort of wall decorations do we have? Something that says crystal. Or even something like sparkly would probably do. Sparkly or like naturey, rocky, those sorts of things. You know what? We could probably use one of these. It doesn't give crystal, but it gives like not crystal. Let's see. Oh, let's use this. Again, not crystal, but I do think it kind of goes with the vibe. And I think it's beautiful. So let's use it. Okay, oh, we should probably add some more on this too. I just keep finding things I need to add to. Let's see what sort of plants we can do. This doesn't give crystal, but it kind of gives, like the shape of it kind of gives a smaller crystal, so I kind of like that. And I think we want another plant. But I think we want to bring in more color. Again, because crystals are so colorful. Maybe we do... Maybe we just do this trio. I think that's cute. I don't know how crystal-y it gives, but that's fine. And then clutter. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we could have a gaming thingamajig. Controller, that's what it's called. Maybe we actually have two. That makes sense to me. And then something for over here. What? I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't mind like a pot or something. Or like a vase, whatever. I think that would kind of work. Like maybe... I don't know. Maybe something, I'm sure. Let's see. What about this one? Again, just like kind of giving... Oh, it doesn't want to go. It's kind of giving like crystal shape, you know? That makes sense to me. I think that's pretty. I think it works. It looks a little bit more lived in. We did mention that there were probably kids living here. One of these bedrooms are going to be a kid's bedroom. Maybe we actually really quick put a toy box back here. I'm thinking one of these. Yeah, that's cute. Oh, or alternatively, we get rid of this and we have the toy box there. But maybe we don't want children playing by the stairs. So maybe that's a good place for it. And then we can just get a couple small toys around. Like the little werewolves. I think it's a cat. I don't actually know. And then this little koala. I think that's cute. Everything there should be functional. Okay, cool. Let's save. Let's do this laundry room. That's what this space is. I'm going to go get our wheel. Okay, perfect. Oh, shuffling as promised. And let's go. Let's see what we get for the laundry room. Hopefully something good. Although there actually aren't a ton of bad ones. Oh, simmies. Okay, those are like the simmy capsules from Snowy Escape. That would have been really good for a kid's bedroom actually, but that's fine. I think this is not going to be an issue, so I'm going to do that now. So, the simmy capsules, like I said, are from Snowy Escape. Let me pull them up for you. Again, also the ones that you can find in debug, but again, I'm feeling a little lazy today. So, let's see if anyone has posted the simmy capsules. This is what, can't remember, whatever website I used said these were called. I've only ever heard them called simmy capsules, so let's do from Muscaria Dreams, I think is how it's pronounced. Thank you to that simmer. Much appreciated. These are the simmy capsules. They're just like little collectibles, essentially. This also would have been super fun, yeah, for a kid's room or for like a gaming room if we had one. But they're just like different characters in The Sims. So I think we'll maybe just make like a super fun, playful laundry room because we don't have a ton of space, and see how many of these we can fit in, I think. So yeah, we have our wallpaper. Let's go get our like machines so we know how much room we're working with. I think we're gonna get either the ones that stack or we get a shelf above them. Where are we going here? Appliances. I think it's in miscellaneous. The laundry, like the washer and dryer. Yeah, okay, cool. They have a bunch of fun colors though. We've been doing a lot of blue. And I don't think I've actually ever used the swatch of these. So maybe we use like a two-tone moment. That seems fun to me. And do we want them stacked? I think we do, or do we not? I think we don't. Because then, let me just get laundry day. They have a lot of good stuff. Oh, speaking of laundry, really quick, I'm going to go put laundry in each of the, at least in this kid's bedroom. And I'm going to throw a laundry hamper in every single other bedroom so that I do not forget, because I will. Okay, cool. Yeah, laundry day. Let's just go to show all. Because I know laundry day, yeah, has some good, like shelves and stuff. But I think we want it nice and colorful, but still sort of calm. What wallpaper did we use here? Oh yeah, okay, this was Love Struck. Maybe we bring in like, by Love Struck I mean for rent. I don't want green. I think we want the blue wallpaper, and then we'll change the coloring of these. Maybe this can be, I don't know. Maybe that's black? That does not look good. Okay, maybe we do the pink. Oh, we could do light green and dark green. That's fun. Do the yellow there. And then, let's go back to laundry day just to see what there is. Da 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 da. Should probably have... Put some other details in here. Like we could bring in the dustpan. I do like this little thing. Bring in a little bit more yellow. I do like this collection. We can bring in some purple this way. It will fit anywhere. I think that should all still be functional and fine. But we can scoot the door over a bit. And that should be totally fine. So that brings in more color. Let's bring in, I like this little detail that we have. And I'll bring in this as well, I think. I just think it's cute to have a little bit of the, whatever that's called. Okay, now we gotta bring some simmies in here somehow. I think one thing that we're gonna do is we're going to use the plant from the Comfy Gamer kit because this plant has some of the same characters that the Simmy capsule has. Like, it has, I think it has that, I want to say that's, it's not Father Christmas, Father Winter? Some of them are different. It has this one. This is the mascot from Snowy Escape. That's probably perfect, actually, since the pack is from Snowy Escape. And then these are some of the other characters as well. I think we'll use this one, because that's flawless for this room. Where are we here? I think we'll put that just... Maybe we scoot this over, because technically this is laundry detergent, which you use in the washer. So we'll bring this little guy over here. He would, like, probably fall off the dryer, because it would probably shake a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, then maybe that's all we can use from this. We do need to bring some simmies in here. Where are we putting the simmies? Maybe just on the shelf. I imagine some will clip here. And we have some green, some yellow, some purple, some red going. So maybe we try to bring those in. Just as some little knickknacks. I don't need that guy. Let's bring in this guy. Let's bring in this guy. I don't know enough about them to know which ones I'm picking, but that one's actually kind of creepy. Oh my goodness. Who else do we want? I think we want another purple one. Do you want to be here? I mean, that actually is kind of cute, not gonna lie. This does not really match the vibe of the rest of the house, though. How about if I do make the walls a matching color? We could have a blue as an accent wall somewhere. Because why not? Kind of like makes this super boring, but does make it more cohesive, which I think is good. And then let's get a little rug. I think we want one from Laundry Day. I think. Or maybe Snowy Escape, actually. Hence, or since this is where that collection comes from. That would probably make more sense. Snowy Escape has one of my favorite rugs in the entire game. And I never use it in the purple, so I think we'll use that. Well, yeah, it's fine. There's like no other purple in this house, but is there any purple downstairs? Not really. Maybe we use it in the pink. So probably go better. How about the blue? That's kind of boring right now, but that's fine. Okay, and that is our Simmy capsule room, except I don't love it. It feels plain. Maybe we can add something from Snowy Escape else in here. I don't think we would need a chair. It just feels not very Simmy capsule-like, you know? but I also don't know what else to add. Maybe we can add a light. I don't know why you would need a light on your dryer, but maybe you do. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. Something we can add here. Not necessarily from Snowy Escape, but I think we could use something here. Maybe a wreath? No. Maybe something snow related, because Snowy Escape is so snowy. I'm not sure. It just feels not quite finished. If that makes any sense. What about... I don't know. I'm sure something. I wonder if we could bring these in. No. Well, let's go take a look at the other characters. See if we have anything else like them. Not really. Okay. What if we do... I don't know. Let's go to paintings and posters. Let's see if there's anything that gives us semi-capsule vibes. It will probably be a poster if anything. But... I mean, this kind of gives semi-capsule vibes because they do just sit there. But I don't think that's quite the vibe. Any of these kind of giving semi-capsule? No. Just, yeah, it doesn't quite feel finished. I just don't know what we want to add is the thing. Maybe we add something like this. Because having posters and stuff in a laundry room isn't that unusual. But maybe it like relates to Simi somehow. Okay, that makes sense. That's a little something. Let's save that. That was a super quick room. I think that took us 12 minutes. Let's do, we really only have bedrooms left and then the exterior / backyard. So let's do, oh wait. We wanted to make a hall bathroom. So we took the bathroom away from this room. So let's do this bathroom. Let me get my wheel. And shuffling as promised. And let's see what we get for that hall bathroom. It's actually our only hall bathroom, but that's fine. We get seashells. Perfect. Okay. That is very easy to continue our theme, which we've kind of lost a little bit. So, no problem at all. Another one that I'm not super familiar with because I haven't really ever done collections. But let's just see what comes up. If my gallery will load. She is really taking her time. Sorry about that. I've always wanted to be the kind of person who uploads like this sort of thing. Because it's super helpful to other people, but I always forget to do that. I think we'll go with this one from Ashley NM327. Thank you so much. Let's place this bad boy somewhere over here. So these are obviously from Island Living, or maybe not obviously, but they are from Island Living, which is where our buried treasure room is from, and our underwater photos. So that's awesome. That allows us to have some consistency. I think I'm going to take these counters into the bathroom. Kind of jumping the gun a smidge because I have no floor or anything. I also just lost them, but okay, they are. But for consistency's sake, I think this will be awesome. So I think we could probably have, since this is the only guest bathroom, We can probably have counters here in a double sink moment in case we have two guests. Shower tub combo here and a toilet. Either one of those places, depending on how the shower needs to go. But let's get our sinks. We'll probably have a double sink moment in the what's it called? Primary bathroom as well. Plumbing, sinks. I like these ones the best for bathrooms, I think. They just scream bathroom sink to me. Got a nice big mirror. What sort of flooring do we use down here? I guess. Let's see if we can make this work. I doubt it. Yeah, no. We need something like this. Something sort of like beige or something like reminiscent of sand, I think. So maybe just look at light brown. I want tile specifically though. Oh, we could do this. That's a good wallpaper. Or nope. That's a horrible wallpaper actually because it's a flooring, but that's a good flooring. This kind of gives a little bit more sand though, doesn't it? Ooh, this gives good sand color. Maybe we go with this because I never use this from Spot A. And then maybe we bring in the blue again. We could probably use this wallpaper to make it a little bit more cohesive. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. I don't think we need both lights though. Okay. I really like that. Let's get a shower tub combo. We have white metal, so let's see if we can keep that. That's not white, but that's actually not bad, but it might be too much blue. I always keep trying to make this work, because I never use it, but maybe not. We could just use base game. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, okay, we'll use base game. Why not? And your Sims will have to enter on this side of the tub. So I'm actually going to switch this door around. And I'm going to put the sink, or nope, the toilet right there. And I think I'm going to use the same toilet as downstairs. That is from Snowy Escape. And Island Living actually does have bathroom stuff, but that's okay. Let's get a mirror. I don't think Island Living has a mirror. No. What is reading Island? Tropical or just like that sort of thing? Let's maybe use this one from Business and Hobbies. It doesn't read Island, but it kind of gives seashells shape. Speaking of seashells, we have to get at least some in here. So maybe we get a shelf. You know what? Maybe we get the exact same shelf we use downstairs. It is very large. But again, just for cohesion, might be good to use. Because why not? Like, yeah, it's super big, but it all should still be functional, so I'm okay with that. And then these seashells should have no problem slotting to it. I think we want the big boy for sure, if it'll slot. Just said it would have no problem, and then here we are. Let's try this purple one. Okay, perfect. Let's try... everything else should be fine, actually. Just gonna get a bunch of different ones. And maybe get this little guy, because it's a cool little shape. Okay, cool. I think this should actually go in more. I don't mind that. A little strange and random, but not necessarily a bad thing. Let's get some more bathroom stuff. Oh, I'll do this one. There is a, I believe, base game towel set that, yeah, here, that always gives me seashell vibes. So let's use this. See the little metal things look like seashells to me. So we're gonna use that. I think we want to see, yeah, I want the gray metal. Ooh, that's good. And then we'll use the same thing here. Oh, actually, I think this one, is that one more seashell-y? No, not really. Okay. We'll use the matching hand towel. Yeah, perfect. We'll actually get one on each side, I think. Because that makes sense to me. Okay, perfect. Like that. Let's get some soap. We'll have to alt place that, but that is a-okay. While I'm here, again, this is a guest bathroom, so there probably wouldn't be much, but I think we can get some sort of beach photo here. Or something, some sort of water something here. Let's go to paintings and posters. I think a lot of the landscape ones are at the end. Oh, I am running out of money. Is that gonna work? Ugh. Do I have to be in live mode for this? Oh, I didn't save. Should be fine. I don't know. We'll find out. I think I need to be in live mode to use mother load. That I'm not actually sure though. I don't typically build when Sims are living on the lot. Normally I just evict everybody. So we will see. Okay. Mother load. Mother load. Okay, perfect. Let's go back to build mode. Hopefully that didn't lose my progress. No, okay, amazing. I didn't think it would, but I also kind of thought it would. Okay, cool. Let's go back to posters, and yeah, landscapes are at the end. Ooh, let's use this. That would have been really good for the underwater photo thing, actually, but that makes sense to me. The shelf kind of doesn't, but again, I want the cohesion, so we are just working with it. I want maybe these up there. Okay, we're gonna size that down, and we're gonna go get our light. How much should we size this down? 1, 2, 3? Yeah. Okay. We should probably get a little rug right here. I have one in mind that I think kind of looks watery, but I can't remember which one. I don't think it's the actual bath mat that I'm thinking of, no. Is it one of these ones? Oh, it might be, but I think that's the wrong color. Yes, is there a blue version of this? Like a bluer? Kind of, that's not bad. Maybe I'll use that. Little mat, and maybe we actually just copy it and use it over here as well. Because we could probably use a mat in front of those too. Okay, that's not too bad. I actually quite like that. I don't know if it gives seashell, but I do think it gives like underwater, which is probably close. So maybe we call it there. Save. Okay. Let's maybe do this room here. I think, so this is the primary bedroom with a massive bathroom and a walk-in closet. This bedroom is fairly small, so I think this is going to be like a nursery or something. This bedroom is either not going to have a closet or not going to have a bathroom. So I think this would be good for a child sim. And we could do another teen up here. Or we could do like a grandparent or something. Why is this not the same height? There we go. But let's see what we get. I'm thinking, yeah, either another teen or like a grandparent. So let's see what we get for this next bedroom. This is our second bedroom. Oh, I didn't shuffle. Sorry. We are getting magic beans? Microscope prints. Okay, you know what? That kind of works. We are not going to be able to fit the actual microscope in here because it is huge. However, that kind of works. This is not another base game one. I guess only one of those needs to be the right flooring color because the rest is going to be tile for a bathroom. But microscope prints works. You obviously get them from the microscope, which is base game. And they're just like prints from like cells and stuff. But let's see if someone's posted it. I think they will have. But this works with like the sort of sciencey vibe that we had in the garage. So maybe it's not another researcher that is working in the garage. Maybe it's the teen. Maybe they're huge into science and this teen is studying. Maybe they are working with their parent, maybe they're not. But I'm going to take it from this. Thank you, this individual. I have never seen this one. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Holy guacamole. I didn't realize how pretty some of these were. I've only ever seen some of them. Because again, I haven't fully like played the thing, but these are stunning. Sorry, as I was saying, you get these like from the microscope, and maybe that the teen is studying maybe some of these cells that they're not actually, but maybe some of these cells we can pretend are from aliens that they've been studying. Those are so pretty. I didn't realize like this one. Are you kidding me? I've seen this one a lot. I've seen these two. I think I've seen this one and like these two. I haven't seen any of the others. So that is, yeah, sorry. I kind of like lost my cool there for a second. But okay, cool. If this is the teen space, maybe we do go for like more of the bluey colors. We can probably get a bunch of them in. Maybe let's get a sciencey bed first. I think is maybe an okay place to start, or like just a comfy bed. I don't really know. Comfort beds. Let's just see. This is the same bed that we use downstairs, I think, but just obviously we'd use a different swatch. I don't think any of those really scream like similar decor to those. Let's actually zoom out so we can see properly. This might work. So, because a lot of those are a little darker. This kind of gives me cell energy a little bit. Could probably make a color scheme like that work. That's a possibility. I don't really use that bed often. So that might be a good opportunity to do so. Apparently I just keep picking high school years beds to check out, but I think, ooh, that one might also work. Don't think I want the flowers. Ooh, we could probably make this work too. And that's a possibility. High school years has so many beds. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is going to be the vibe. No, I don't think so. Okay, no problem. I don't think island living is going to be the vibe, or seasons. We might be able to get one of these work. This is from the Pride collection from base game. Color-wise, maybe that one, though I'm not a huge green-purple fan. Support those who that flag belongs to, obviously, but if we're kind of matched to that, there isn't even much purple in there anyways. Oh, that's kind of fun. Speaking of no purple, though. Okay, I think it's just going to be one of these two. And I think if we're wanting to use a few of these, the simpler pattern is probably better, right? Yeah, I think so. So we'll put that bed here, maybe? Or maybe we put it here. Well, no. I think we do put it here. I might make one of these smaller. Possibly. Like, we can make the closet smaller, so that there's a little bit more space here. Although, I don't think that's probably necessary. Yeah, we actually will. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. We could probably make the bathroom smaller as well, but then it wouldn't have a shower. And I don't know how I feel about that. However, if we make it smaller... No, that's not going to work. I was like, if we make it smaller but keep this one the same size, then we can steal some of this space. That's a silly thing. Although, if we make it smaller, and then make this smaller, we could still steal some of this space. And just have like a 2-tile closet instead of the 4. That would probably be fine. It's kind of weird and long and strange. We could probably have like a little walk-in shower moment there. Closet here, toilet and sink there. Okay, that probably works. That would be just have more space in this bedroom. We'll have the bed here, I think. Let's get... I need this in here somewhere. Oh, there is purple. Okay, well, that's probably staying full size right there. Because I love it. And let's maybe get the pink one above the bed. Or the multicolor one above the bed. I think the multicolor one. I think that's fun and funky and just awesome. I think we're going to have a desk right here. Although, should we have the desk here? That's probably better. Oh, Jesus, like a wall of doors. Okay, we're going to have the closet there. Let's do that now. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Jeez, okay. Yeah, see, we can do a 2-tile one. Put that bad boy right there. And that should be fine. Hopefully. Again, yeah, wall of doors, but it just is what it is. That said, we could just get rid of the closet entirely and just have a bathroom. Maybe we do that. Maybe that's better. Okay, yeah, that's good. And again, this was not a like shell challenge, so we can change the shell as much as we want. It's just we had built this house based off of a real floor plan. And I thought, you know, we might as well use it. But we can change it however we need to. Do I have some in my household inventory? Oh yeah, I guess I have the Sims here. Okay, well, whatever. What sort of desk seems sciencey to you? Feel like something maybe a little bit older, maybe something metal. I don't know why metal. Maybe something like this feels sciencey. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's like this, but that's not really the vibe. Not that they have to be only into science. Like, we had the teen downstairs that had the sugar skull for their inspo, for their room, but they also were into art. So maybe we just pick something that works in this space. Though that doesn't look bad. That's from Strangerville. And that could probably be like totally fine. But let's just see. Ooh, there is this glass one. And that might be a fun thing. This is from Get to Work, which is a pack that is good for getting the microscope prints, because if you're in the scientist career, there's a microscope, I'm pretty sure, at this like the lab that you'd go to work at. So that probably works. We'll have to find a home for that hamper. That makes sense. We could probably size this down. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Let's get a chair. I think they'd have a very good chair at their desk, but maybe we bring in some color. I don't think we need more blue. We could bring in purple, but I don't like the sort of brassy tone of the metal. We're dealing with a lot of silver. What about yellow? There is yellow in this one. So we could have this be a fairly colorful room. We did their siblings' room down here. And it's also, like, it's a little bit dark because of the wallpaper. But it's also fairly colorful. So I think that's kind of a theme here. The yellow isn't bad. We do have more blue, which I'm not really feeling. Yeah, let's just do that. Like that. Let's also get, I think we could probably make a gallery wall here of some of these prints just to see what sort of other colors we're working with. Let's bring in these ones. I know and love these ones. Maybe we get a sort of more neutral colored one here. And let's get maybe another blue one here. Oh, what is happening? Okay, it doesn't want to go higher than that, so that's fine. We're gonna center it all a little bit more. Okay, I think that's interesting. That's fine. It's probably all we need to include. But my goodness, some of those are just so pretty. Okay, so this is sort of the color scheme we're going with. It's basically the rainbow, but let's see what we can do to make it work. Surfaces, I think we want to bring in either more of the glass, more of the silver, or both. Like perhaps with this. The mirror top is probably perfect. And the tone of silver is like really good, so maybe we'll use that. Let's go to lighting. I think there's a lamp that you can get at in like the scientist career, but I don't know how cute it is. So let's just see where that is. Oh, that's the secret agent career, detective career. Maybe there isn't a lamp that you get in the scientist career. Oh, just kidding. Okay, my bad. Let's get a lamp. I'm thinking maybe these ones, because they kind of give me the same energy as the bedspread, but I don't know that the blue is necessary. Maybe the blue base is better? How do we feel about that? Ooh, I think I like that better. Yeah, that's a better match. Okay, we'll use that. We should probably get a wallpaper in here. I'm considering the beige we've been using, which is so boring. But we have so much color going on that it would probably be best. Maybe we can change this. I think maybe the blue, I just don't know. We only have a tiny bit of yellow, so I'm wondering if maybe this is best, but let's maybe get a rug? I don't know. There's a lot of pattern going on already. Which is like fine, and we've been mixing past few builds. We've been mixing a lot of patterns, but I want something that doesn't sort of take over the space. I want it to be very simple. So maybe we get something plain colored or just like slightly patterned, just so that nothing is taken over here. That doesn't read fan of alien to me here. Like we could do something like this. I don't know how I feel about that being a under the bed rug, because I don't think it'd be super soft to step onto, but oh, maybe something like this actually, and we could bring in more of the yellow. And it is pattern on pattern, but we could potentially even change the bed. Though I don't think any of these are very not patterned, but this sort of gets, how do I feel about that? I think the yellow is probably better. I can probably get away with the yellow chair now. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. Again, it's a little bit busy, but it's like barely powdered. It's like so light that I think it's okay. Maybe we bring in some science posters? Possibly. I'm just thinking what else to include. This should probably just go in this corner, hey. Let's do brown swatch just for cuz. We do still need a dresser. So maybe that could potentially just go here. I probably have to lift everything up. Or it could go against the wall here. But maybe we try over here. Let's get a storage. Oh, I have a cat walking by. There we go. Something low, but also something sciencey. Oh yeah, we could try to bring in more glass, but I don't think there are very many glass dressers. Okay, if not glass, then just like metal? Like, how do we feel about... This dresser is super cute. Obviously, I'll have to raise the paintings. And it is from high school years. But I want something that has the gray metal on the bottom. That's probably supposed to be the matching swatch. I don't actually know. It doesn't look bad in this room. I just didn't think we'd go for all blue, but maybe that's just what we do. Maybe we just embrace the fact that we want blue. Okay, this is not working. What if I use my 9 key? There we go. Okay. We got this, boys and girls. I think we have to raise it all up a little bit more. Hey. Thank you. Okay, that's a little bit closer than I wanted, but I still think it looks okay. We have our dresser. Sims can walk by there. Maybe we get like a little ottoman here or something, or even there. Just because if your Sim is sitting here, other Sims are going to come talk to them. So, let's just have somewhere for them to sit. What sort of vibe are we feeling? I think they'd like books. Oh my gosh. I have never seen this pattern before. I need to use way more items. Like, are you kidding? These are so fun. Probably bring in a little bit more yellow with this from high school years. If we wanted. And do these have a yellow swatch? They did. That's fun. I don't have to stick with just the blue. Though I actually don't love that yellow swatch, but maybe we get a different lamp. I like having the yellow, but maybe something more multicolor, maybe something even like more youthful. Because this is reading more like a little bit of a weird, like guest bedroom, not a teen bedroom. But those could be fun. Those are from high school years. They're a little bit more patterned, a little bit more like, I don't know, popular. I don't actually know what's popular, but I think that's cute. Maybe we give this Sim glasses, because I haven't done that at all yet. I mean, I've only done one bedroom, but I love adding glasses to my Sims nightstands. Which, like, as someone who wears glasses all the time, doesn't really make sense. Because if the glasses are sitting there all the time, then what are your Sims wearing? You know? But that's okay. Maybe these are just like reading glasses, you know? And they read before they go to bed. But I just think that detail is so fun. Let's get some more fun stuff in here. I like this from high school years as well. Maybe we bring in some of the pink. Why not? And maybe we give them also a makeup tray, but a different one. Because again, why not? We can probably put some more on there, but we'll hang off for now. Maybe we'll put this little like pile of clothes. Maybe the hamper will actually go over here and we'll put the pile of clothes like next to it. Maybe they're a little bit untidy as well, like their sibling is. We could probably get some window coverings, some curtains. I'm thinking potentially... no, maybe not. I was thinking maybe for rent, but I don't want a pattern because I want the prints to be like the main focus. But there was that plain white swatch, so maybe we do just do this. And then we can use the curtain rod. Nope, this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to move this window. Okay, good. And then it's kind of like your Sim can pull the curtains closed all the way if they want. let's get some sort of computer going here. They would not have a place for them to study or like do their homework, but I think that's fine. Maybe we get them like a nice computer. Maybe they also like to like play video games or something. Maybe we can bring in some green. Pardon me. And let's get a little rug for underneath this desk. Thinking just a little round one. Maybe from high school years. Do we like the pink? Or would a blue be better? There isn't really just a plain blue though. Maybe the pink's fine. Though I think maybe this should be blue. Yeah, I think that's better. It's a little bit more cohesive. Okay. I'm not minding this at all. Maybe we get a bookshelf here of some kind. If they like science, they're probably reading a lot. I think maybe just like a tall, skinny one or something. Pardon me. This could probably be good. Though it's a little bit like deep, kind of. So maybe we don't. Maybe we do. I don't know. We could do Book Nook. But I kind of want something metal, I think. Just to kind of bring in some... Oh, what about this? That kind of changes the vibe of the place. And it like, doesn't really fit. But we can scoot some stuff. This can still be there. This can go there. I don't mind that, though that is a fairly tight squeeze now. Maybe we bring this here. And then the dresser can go here. Possibly. Oh, I don't like that. And then this goes here? No, absolutely not. Okay, maybe we don't have this dresser or this bookshelf. But I do really like it. It adds a sort of like another element to the room. I just don't want it to be too squishy. Because that, like your sim will get in there no problem. That's not what I'm worried about. I don't want it to be weird. But is that weird to have that not centered? Probably, right? But what if we put a plant there and it's like you don't even know? Da 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 da. Maybe we bring in... I don't use this one that often. Does that make sense for this space? Not really. It can get changed out though. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we're going to put something in that corner too. I have to readjust all these. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should have done this like last. But I am a silly dum-dum and I did not do that. So, here we are. Okay, that's probably fine. Yeah, okay, I like that. I think I like that. I think the pink rug is kind of random. Maybe we do just a white. It's kind of boring, but I think the desk no longer works. So let's go get a different desk. Surfaces, desks. I want one that matches this vibe. But I don't use this very often, so I think we might as well. What about something like this? Does that match that vibe? Kind of. Let's move the chair too. Yeah, I don't dislike that at all. We do need to bring some color over here desperately. But I'm sure we can do that with clutter. So this sim is obviously very smart. If they love science, they probably are very smart. They probably like school or at least like learning. So maybe there are lots of books on here. Maybe we get... Where's that little chess piece? I I don't think it's called chess. Oh, there is. Okay. Maybe they have a chess trophy. Is that a chess trophy? It is. Okay. And maybe they have a little chess piece. The bringing in the gold is not really the vibe, so we only have one of them. But we could bring in this somewhere, somehow. Maybe this actually just goes somewhere. I don't know. Could also bring in the chess team flag. Because I'm thinking chess because that's the logic skill. We'll use chess to build the logic skill in The Sims. And you need the logic for the science career. So that's sort of where my brain is. But maybe let's see what sort of small items we can have. Not very many. Okay. Maybe they like to meditate. Let's put a little meditation pillow in front of the window. That'd probably be... I'm not a huge meditation person, but I feel like that would probably be a nice place to meditate. And actually, I haven't really ever looked at these swatches. Maybe we bring in a little bit of green to bring in this painting. Or print, I guess I should say, rather. Okay, what other activities are there? I don't know if they'd want a ton of creative options. Though they might be into gardening if they like to get cells and stuff. Because they're studying aliens, sure. But you also have to study what cells you can find. So that's probably good for them. And it adds in some greenery. I'm not sure what else to add. Not that we have to add another activity or skill. But I think, you know, if we can, we might as well. Maybe we add in a cute little funky... whatever this is called. Corkboard. Because why not? And maybe they have a journal. That can go there. I like the one with the little fake lock on it. What else are we thinking? That's probably good, actually. I just don't want to forget about anything. Maybe we just clutter this bad boy up here. Is there a gray and blue swatch? Gray and gold, gray and black. I'm just thinking it could probably be nice to match that, but not really. There's the pink. How do I feel about the pink? I've never looked at that swatch before either. My goodness, I need to be way more observant when I play this game. I think I'm gonna try to use the pink. Because I think we need more color over here. And like, we might as well, you know? I think that's fun. Let's get some clutter on this table. This desk, I should say, rather. Clutter. Let's give them a water bottle. Maybe we give them this one. I don't think it matters that much, honestly. Maybe they like hats. We can give them a cute little hat. I think we can probably give them some shoes by their door. And maybe some books on their nightstand as well. Next to their reading glasses that we've decided. Let's give them some writing utensils. And maybe I want something a little bit more sciencey, if possible. I don't really know what I think of when I think of sciencey clutter, though. That doesn't really make me think of anything, if I'm being honest. But I guess we will just know it when we see it. We could add this little guy there. I know we don't really want to add the gold, but it also is what it is. What else are we thinking? Oh. Oh no, I was like, we should probably add some of the collectibles. They're literally all over our walls. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe we add... I'm gonna alt place some of this stuff here. I like this, and I like this. I think I want this on here too somewhere. And I think I want... Where did it go? I think I wanted the jewelry. Because I think that matches the vibe of that. And we will alt place this here. I think that's fine. I like that swatch. I want this one to be pink too. Maybe the blue and silver, and I don't mind that swatch. Okay, perfect. That looks cute. I think maybe we can get a plant in here, because we have very few. Maybe we bring in more blue, possibly? That looks nice. And maybe we can get a little, like, standing picture or something here. I'm thinking, I don't want the apple. Thinking something like this. Even, yeah, back here would probably be fine. Maybe something like that. But I think we're gonna do a little swapperoo with these bad boys. Just to make it a little bit more youthful in here. We should probably get a mirror on this wall as well. Do we want to get this one? We could switch this door a little bit. We had it like really close, didn't we? Move the shoes. That would probably be totally fine, and the shoes can just go under here, honestly. I like that, I think. It's a little bit random, but I don't mind it, and also it'd be good to check yourself out before you go out and about. Okay. I'm not minding this at all, actually. I thought this was going to be a lot more difficult than it has been so far. I'm wondering if maybe we do want to change the wallpaper, because we have a fairly different one in this room, and like it looks kind of strange when you consider the whole space, but I'm okay with the bedrooms not being as cohesive. Like, I kind of want the primary bedroom to be, if we can. But let's just take a look at wallpaper and just see. I don't know what kind of vibe we're going for though, so that might be an issue. We could even do like an accent wall somewhere. Like this kind of gives me cell energy. Maybe we even just do like the plain one? Or like the yellow one? I don't know, something like that might be fun. Or even like a split wallpaper even. Just a little something. Could potentially use that on this wall. I'm not really thinking flowers is the vibe though. What about that? This is from Dream Home Decorator, and I don't really ever use it. Maybe even in like the yellow. If anything, I think it needs to be a very subtle pattern. Like potentially, not that this is subtle, but we could do something like this even. No, that's not the vibe. I think it needs to be light as well. Maybe this one. No, that's too busy. And we don't have to, obviously, right, either. I thought it would maybe be nice to have a bit of an accent. But now I'm not so sure. What happens if we use the same one? See, the problem is I also don't love the beige just in general. So what if we do like a slightly more pink beige? That even just adds a lot. Or like a green. I don't want the green. Could add a little bit more yellow. Like even something like this is a little bit better. And it's very, very slight. I don't think I want blue. That's too bright. I think maybe the yellow. Possibly. Or one of these pastels. I'm not 100% sure what we're going for, which I think is part of the issue. But maybe we do a very light pink. That's not pink, that's purple. Let's see what we have for pink. Because I think that might be really nice. And it would make the green pop as well. And clearly this sim likes pink. I think that's too much. Oh man, maybe the beige was the best. let's just see. Let's go back to wallpaper. I really didn't mind this. What if we put it everywhere? That's a lot. That's a lot. What if we put this here and then white everywhere? Where's a white? I need a white. Why is there no white? Why is it so difficult just to find a plain white wallpaper? This, I just want, I don't understand. I'm so confused. Oh, no, I'm just a dummy. Okay, that's fine. Because then we could do the white, possibly. Oh, I think I painted the outside wall. I did not. Okay, good. And then we could have that. Okay, the white base I think is best. And then let's go back to wallpapers. And let's just see how we feel about just that. Probably even do it on this wall too. You know what? I kind of like that. That kind of gives me like how cells sort of like kind of like this painting here or this print here. Cells kind of like go together. And that kind of gives me cell vibes. So maybe we do that. If we do that, do we want different colored curtains? I think the white's probably still fine. I think it just makes everything else pop, especially the prints. And I think that's what we want. It is about 12:15, just about. But I think we're going to do this bathroom quick, and then we're probably going to call it for the day. I know I had a snack break, but I am getting a little hungry again. So, yeah, we'll do this bathroom super quick, because it shouldn't be too hard. And that way we can use more prints, which is exciting. I think we're going to have... What do I think we're going to have? Well, we probably need better flooring. What flooring did I use in here? I don't mind that, and I kind of want it to be consistent. So maybe I use the same one. Because it doesn't really matter. And I think I really want this print and probably that one in. So maybe I can size this one down. Possibly. Maybe this can go above like a tub. So we don't have just a plain tub in here. So if we do that, and then here, I think I want to use, because I'm going to use the Snowy Escape. What's it called? Toilet again. I might want to use that, but I actually forgot how square it was, and I don't want to use it. I'm going to use this one from Dream Home Decorator. And I actually want this to be quite a bit lower. And then, so that's fine. Maybe we'll get another double sink moment in here, because why not? I think we'll use the same counters, but we'll use them in white. Again, just for consistency's sake. We'll use them in white, because why not? We'll get a toilet. Oh, I want this. Maybe not a double sink moment, but we'll have a counter moment, and then we'll get these. Okay, cool. And then this can be all clutter. Get a nice funky mirror here. What sort of wallpaper do we want? We could probably use something like this, but make it a little bit more... You know what? Actually, I just had an idea. We could probably use the honeycomb tile from base game. Actually, it's not honeycomb. It's a hexagon, but I think this would really work, and it ties into this space as well. And then we might as well use the matching tile. It actually isn't matching, but it does go well with it. Though I don't think we want all white. That's a little bit hospital-y. So maybe we do... I'm trying to think what color says cells to me. And maybe we just go with blue because that's what the rest of the house is. Well, if we're going blue, we might as well just match this here. Because why not? Cohesion and all that as we keep talking about. Okay, perfect. We could probably have gotten a laundry basket in here instead of over there. But I don't mind that. So let's, I don't think we need the exact same shelf that we've been using, but let's get a shelf above the toilet. I want this guy. Maybe we have it in the blue or the white. I think the white's better. Bring that up there. I think we can get some like bathroom stuff here. We also need soap, so I'm gonna add that like super quick. Maybe we get this. Cause I like that and it makes sense to me. Let's get maybe a plant somewhere. This probably doesn't need to be right by the tub. Maybe we can get a little plant here, or even a big plant. Thinking like a short, wide one would probably be good. Can this go here? It can, but it doesn't go close enough to the edge to hang over. That's fine. What says sciencey plant? Ooh, the propagation station. That would probably be a fine thing to have in a bathroom with limited space. I mean, you don't have limited space if you're this sim, because you have a whole, whatever it's called, in the like a lab basically in the garage. But I do kind of like that. Maybe it's like a school project, so they have to have it close or something. Like, it is kind of weird, but that's fine. Weird is not necessarily bad. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this is maybe bad. So we'll undo that all. I don't think I'm really vibing with this blue wallpaper, but we will leave it for now. Let's, yeah, then get some different clutter. Let's see what we want to add here. Maybe we can add some toothbrush stuff and maybe like a hair dryer or something. We could add a towel hanger or holder. That seems a little bit more like primary bedroom stuff though. Oh yeah, the bathroom clutter would be good. So you think they're neat when you look at the bedroom because it's very neat, but then they have a little bit of clutter out. So that's probably fine. I think we're looking at plants though. Could probably get something like that in here. But what says science? I don't know. Maybe we get like a hanging plant? That doesn't really say science, but that would be a very cozy, bougie bath. We get some more plants up there. No, it doesn't clip. What about that? Nope. Okay. That's fine. Let's get some toilet paper. Did I even add toilet paper here? I did not. Okay. Well, let's grab whatever toilet paper holder I had for here. And we will place it in both bathrooms. Let's put that like there. And we'll bring one over here. Maybe there. Okay, I do still think we need something there. Maybe that little ottoman. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this one. I like that. It's all very white in here. Maybe we do use a different color of the hexagon, whatever this is called. Like, do we want to use the blue? And then we could use a different wallpaper. What tile did we use down here? Oh, we didn't, right. Okay. It's just very, very white in here. Do we want like a beige? Oh my gosh, let me select you, thank you. No, I don't think we want a beige. Maybe we bring in this tile then? Oh, that's not great. Well, the gray isn't horrible. I don't mind that either. I'm not too sure. Because we could bring in this white, but it's like a vertical. So it's like a little bit different. Ooh, what about that? I think I like this. Okay, I think that's best. Probably also make these not so plain, boring white. probably do something like that. Same with this here. Make it not so plain boring white. I think that's better. Let's get another of the prints in here. I'm thinking maybe this one, 'cause I think it's cool. We'll size this one down too, though. Put it like there. I think we can raise this up. Quiche. Sorry, my cat's pawing at the computer again. I think she wants me to be done streaming. But I will be in a minute. Don't worry, Quiche. I think that looks nice. We do still need a mirror, and then we are almost done this room. Let's get a mirror. What sort of mirror do we want? Maybe like this one. We could bring in some of the pink. Maybe we could bring that up. I think that's kind of fun, because we do have some pink in here. So we might as well bring it in a little bit. And then this makes it seem more like a kid's, like a teen's bedroom. Or not bedroom, bathroom. Maybe we get a plant here, because you probably won't need to stand right there. Maybe like a small standing one or something. Or smallish. Possibly. I think we use that one downstairs. What about this one? This would probably be a fun one to get samples from, if so desired. Yeah, that's not bad. I feel like this is missing something, but I also don't want to add too much. So maybe we just get curtains and then call it. I think we used, oh yeah, we used those ones downstairs. I don't think that's the vibe up here. Totally fine. Let's see what else. I'm thinking we tried to use these. Oh, I didn't know there was patterns on some of these. Oh my goodness, I seriously need to pay attention. Not the vibe for this route though. I know there are other ones. Like maybe we can use these from Cottage Living. How do we feel about these colors? I don't mind the green. The blue is basically the same color as the bed, so maybe that's good. We also need towels, and then that might be it, actually. I think we want this to be bigger. Yeah, let's get towels over here and over there. I think we're just going to do the thing that we always do and take these ones, and we're probably going to just size them down. I think this is maybe the best greeny blue color. Or this one. Maybe we'll go with this one. And we'll take this and we'll size this down too. And then we have somewhere to wash our hands. We have a fun little mirror. I think we should only need one of these lights because we're going to size it down. And we're going to go with the cozy kitsch kit that kitsch kit light, I should say, rather, that we've been using here. And size it down. And that is our bathroom, I think. I think it's pretty good. I think it's really nice. It's a little bit strange. And a little bit plain. But I think, again, the prints should be the focus. So, I think we're going to do this. I'm torn about whether to have this big or not. But maybe that's better. And we have them both there. That all should be functional, hopefully. And that is that room done. Oh wait, just kidding. We need lighting in this bedroom. And then that'll be that room done. What lighting did I use in this bedroom? I think we're going to use the same one just for cohesion. Because I don't think the light's going to matter too much. And I think that looks nice. So, let me save. With that, I'm going to go have some lunch because I'm very hungry. But that has been us, I shouldn't say building, but working on our Every Room is a Different Sims 4 collection. We actually got quite a bit done today. It took us like I think 2 or 3 streams to get like this section mostly done. But we finished up this bedroom and that bathroom, did the office, did the garage, did the living space upstairs, the laundry space. We did this hall bathroom and then this bedroom and its bathroom. So we will be streaming again on Tuesday, or I guess I will be streaming again on Tuesday. And just a quick side note, if I do ever need to change the time of stream, I will let folks know on my YouTube channel. I actually technically haven't posted anything yet. I meant to post Tuesday's stream, but this week has been crazy. Or is it today's Tuesday? No, today's Saturday. Yeah, I meant to post Tuesday's stream, but this week has just been crazy. But I will be posting that today. I'll be posting this stream probably within the next couple of days on YouTube. But yeah, any updates to change in stream schedule will be on the YouTube in like the posts sort of section. But on Tuesday, we should be able to finish up most of this top floor, if not all of it, and as well as the exterior. I think what I'm going to do is plan to probably have to stream a little bit longer on Tuesday because I have another plan that I want, like another idea that I want to get going on come first stream in May. So we do only have one planned stream left in April. It will be, like I said, Tuesday. So hopefully we can get this done. If not, maybe I'll stream early on Saturday, like the next Saturday, beginning of May, get this done, or have an extra stream or stream late, something like that. But I'll keep you folks updated. But I am really liking how this is turning out. It is a little bit random, and not as like cohesive as I would have loved, but I don't think it's terribly like not cohesive, you know? As we are adding more and like getting more done, I might come back to the earlier sections, like rooms, and add a little bit more clutter and whatnot, but I obviously will stick to the theme. That all said, I will be ending for today, get some lunch in me, but thank you all so much for watching. I know I say it every time, but I really am genuinely grateful. I really do appreciate your time, and you know, if you'd like to chat in the chat. I appreciate that as well. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time. Okay, bye everyone.